Okay.
It fix. There we go.
All fixed?
Mhm.
Okay. Hello! Hello. How's everyone doing? A little audio fun as always.
Welcome to our TED Talk.
Welcome to thanks for coming to the TED Talk. Today we'll be talking about I don't know. So everyone, welcome to tonight's episode of the Fall of Pilion, presented by Thimbos and Dragons.
That's us.
Yeah, that's us. That's us. I'm Liz. I'll be your chaos guide this evening. I'm joined by an awesome group of eldritch gods and dragons and awesome humans. So
Yeah.
it is in fact an eldritch god, and
This was
decided.
determined without my knowledge of anything, and I was just told after the fact.
We've discovered their secret. They can no longer hide it. But after that announcement, we're going to do our other announcements. So get excited. First of all, gotta thank our resident goose and
Mackie.
awesomeness. Yeah, Mackie. So we don't have any character art from them as of right now. Maybe one day, but they did design like our logo and just all around awesome. We love the goose.
Oh, that our logo.
Yeah, our logo.
The Thimbos and Dragons
logo.
Right. That logo.
But talking about the game logo, we gotta give a shout out to Carly, who did our awesome name tiles and just gorgeousness that you see on the screen here. So Carly, thank you. At Cinderheart Studios. And a big thank you to Arcane Anthems. If we get to it, we might not. I don't know. It's hard to tell with this group of hooligans if we're going to get to battle, if they're going to avoid it, or what's going to happen. We'll see.
Well, I fully plan to steal everything.
I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, got to thank Like Hell for a beautiful background art that we use for this game. It's real pretty. It sets a scene. Yeah. So thank you. You can find everything I just talked about down in the chat. So give them a follow, give them a shout, do some commissions. They're wonderful. They're amazing. Support your artists because we love them. And then also, I got to thank all of you for tuning in on Saturday nights to this chaos. As you already tell, I have like a freaking like script in front of me and it's still pure chaos. My game's a chaos game. It always is. But thank you for joining us. We could not do what we love to do without all of you showing up and hanging out. And
we love to do. Yep.
I'm real smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a smooth operator. Speaking of smooth operators, hey Sid, how about those donation tiers we have?
Well, check out our D&D donation abilities. For $1 or 100 bits, you can grant guidance or a +1 to a player's rolls. For $3 or 300 bits, you can grant inspiration, so a D6 to a player's rolls. Or for $10 or 1,000 bits, new character who dis, create a custom NPC for the stream. And information will also be in the chat below.
Whoa.
Woo! And if you would like, you can always use !donate to donate directly to our website if you don't want to use bits.
How can I help you, Danny?
Liz.
Yeah.
Liz.
I was meant to be a Vanna. I could just showcase what's going on. D6. I forgot what the number for 6.
And also, if you check out the chat, you can see exactly where we're at with donations for this campaign. That information's being put in right now. Please give me one moment.
Fantastic. So if those are all of our announcements.
Certainly are now.
They certainly are something every damn time.
Oh boy.
Got any other faff that we need to do? Or
Nope.
I have one guidance.
Mm-hmm. Reyes and Harmonia both have 2 guidance. Luke and the DM have 1 guidance. Luke and Harmonia have 3 inspiration. Reyes has 1 inspiration.
I should mark that I have guidance.
I need to use my inspiration.
I just put a D6, and if it's a 6, it's for a D6. If it's a 1, it's +1.
Makes sense.
In my canister of D6s.
Yeah, so DM has +1 right now.
All right.
For some reason, dice companies give you like 32 D6, and like I can't fit them in my test tubes, so I have a canister of 6. I call them the Sinister 6.
Oh my god. Can we start?
All right. Oh, Knox is getting his box. We're all set.
I'm dead.
Knox is in a stream box.
Knocks
So
in our
last
box.
we left off 2 weeks ago, our party came back together. We found out kind of what Reyes was up to, which included finding out some pretty important information about the artifact. Reyes, you remember that information? You write that down there, bud?
Yeah.
Totally. I know you did. So Reyes found out some important information about the little black box that
How
they had
about
found.
you tell our audience so
Oh,
they
in case
know?
they forgot. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. So they found out that it is a key to the mortal gate into the underworld.
All right.
Key to Hell's Anus.
At least Hell's Anus.
Immediately what I remembered, Hell's Anus.
Yep. It cannot be destroyed. As of right now, you have not found a way to destroy it. And that those that open the case or interact with it when it's opened tend to be cursed.
That's right.
With
I remember
some
those.
type of curse that we kind of already saw with Harmonia. That was tried to get hidden away, but failed at hiding it. Which, let me tell you, was kind of a good thing. After that,
Good
you all
is
decided,
subjective.
Knox, stay in your box. Okay, well, don't yell at me. After that, you all decide to what you should do next. Decide to what to next. Decide to what to do next.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. And it was decided that you should finally start making your way to the capital of what was once Pilion, the capital city. So you went to the docks. You hired the first boat you saw. Definitely not manned by pirates of any sort or slightly shady people. You met some interesting folks and character voices that are rough on my voice. Reyes paid to not do extra work. Luke and Harmonia are both acting as pretty much crew members right now. You ran into some other pirates along the waterways. And you also ended up on a shallow bed that tore a hole into the side of the ship. Luke, with some very quick thinking and awesome water genasi magic, actually kind of saved the boat from possibly sinking. So, good job. And that's where you find you out now. So I'm actually going to have you guys all start with me. Everyone needs to roll a D100. All of y'all. We're just going to kind of just so we're not doing multiple days of rolling D100s, and I'm just going to see what y'all roll. We're going to go from there.
Okay. Let me find one.
Okay.
23.
23. Okay, thank you.
I have the opposite. 32.
32. Okay.
Found it. That's 51.
51. Sorry, I realized I did not get up my...
I was gonna laugh my ass off if you ended up with 55. Which would have been my number plus Izzy's number.
Yep.
It would have been beautiful. Unfortunate the dice failed me in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So overall, your trip on this ship is fairly quiet. You do have a day of storms, which for Luke and Harmonia is a pretty tough day. Involves a touch of Harmonia. They send you down to help row because they have to take the sails down so the sails don't get torn up. So you end up on the rowing crew, which is back-breaking labor. Luke, you end up helping bail water out of the ship, which is also not fun. Reyes, you're just hanging in your hammock and swung gently.
I'm actually if they're working downstairs, I'm going to go and sit on a box and watch them work while drinking wine.
Yeah, I mean you're having a jolly good time while everyone else is working really hard. So that ends up slowing your trip down by a day, just because
stroke.
one of the crew members, I forget his name. I think it was Kenny or something. Just kind of glares at you for a moment and then just goes back to rowing away. The day after that, after many storms, it happens, it is a clear and beautiful day. You see some more of the land, just the countryside of the area, from both, because you're kind of literally going down a division line for more or less countries. So it is open plains-like area. It's quite beautiful. So just for brevity's sake, so we can actually get on to doing something that's not on a boat. So we're not just doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. We kind of get to, I mean, as much as I love.
And
I
over
think
and over and over and over
one,
and over.
one of the thing you guys
remember that-
rolled, I think you're gonna enjoy. So
You do remember that I want to try to steal from them at some point.
yeah, why don't you make because we're pretty much to the
Only on the last night. I'm not going to do it on
yeah,
the
it
night
is. It is
there.
a last night
Okay.
before. So the next day around noon, you guys are going to get to port. So you're kind of all at dinner, enjoying. It's been like 6-7 days you've all been together. So as kind of celebration, they're making like a big dinner that you all get to enjoy.
I've had at least one long rest, right?
Oh yeah, you guys have had multiple long rests.
Okay, so I want to get my water thing back.
Yeah, multiple long rests. It's been like 4 days.
I have to say that I did not expect to have an excellent trip, but I did. Very good work, all of you.
You see the kind of the cannon master. I forget what I named them, so just get over it. She's like,
I forgot about that fucking voice.
I passed them potatoes. I assume that's what they were asking, so that's what I went for.
I mean, they'll put potatoes out. They did kind of stare you more, and then just start putting potatoes, like talking to themselves for a moment. Oh, there's it, Watson. Scratch your belly. Oh, he turned. He changed course. That's what I get for scratching the belly. So you guys enjoy. I mean, it's actually like not that the meals have been bad, but a lot of it is, like breakfast is usually like oatmeal. Meals are usually just like some fruit, a little bit of dried meat, just like or stew of some sort, whatever. This is like a good meal. It's like fish that's been prepared very well, and rice, and a lot of wine flowing, and ale, and mead, all that jazz. So, when do you want to try and steal stuff, Reyes?
Okay, so I'm gonna wait till like there's gonna be people up top doing their watches. There's gonna be a lot of people sleeping. Where's this area that the room was again?
So essentially, this boat, which is like it's tall for it, but it has a flatter bottom because you're in a river. You're not in the ocean. So though the river is very, very deep, it's like the bottom cargo hold where there's also some cannons and some other stuff. But it was like placed behind kind of like a false wall of sorts.
Okay.
That you saw.
Are there people down here?
I mean, there's like just general watch that they kind of like make rounds. There's not people down here all the time.
Over the 7 days or so that we've been here, have I been able to keep a routine at all of how frequent their watches are, if there's a pattern?
You kind of notice, just because you have very high passive perception anyways, that, I mean, there's like a sort of schedule, but also they're pirates, so like,
yeah,
it's not always like every 30 minutes they come through and check, like they at least always do like a walkthrough every once in a while just to make sure no one's like stealing more food than they need to. No one's dealing with like the merch or the cannons or anything like that. There's no tampering. So I mean, you have it pretty well timed out. And you've also kind of worked on memorizing the sounds of like the sorted people who do the watches at night, like their footsteps and all that jazz.
I need to read the Dagger of Warning. Well, this weapon's not even. If you or any of your companions can't be surprised, except by. I think. Can I argue that this would tell me if anyone's coming?
Yeah, I mean, it would. It's being you to not be surprised.
So, if the dagger makes me feel like anyone's coming, I'm gonna stop doing anything. But I kind of want to see if I can take a look at that rune that you said was there to see if there's some way I can disarm it or.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me. Kind of like checking for traps.
Investigation is a +7. 14 plus 7 is 21.
21. Yeah. So you kind of like, there's a moment where you kind of start to look at it. You hear someone coming. You manage to like duck behind some stuff because your dagger is like, hey. Yeah. That's
is that what Reyes hears in their head?
Yes. That is what Reyes. It's just a really hey.
Is it?
Elf. It is just Elf. It's Cookie Monster. Here, nom nom. Someone's coming. Someone's coming. Someone's coming. Yeah. So you manage to hide behind. You get back to it, and at this point you get down, and you realize it is a rune of warding. So you don't know exactly what is. Make a Arcana check.
Arcana check.
I almost said actual check, and I was like, "That's mean."
Actual check. Well, my Arcana is +1, but I rolled an 18.
Okay. So thinking about pirates. Bye, Eric. Have a good day at work. Thinking. I see Shelby too. Shelby's like, "I'm going to work too."
Yep.
Eric, do the tickle thing.
No.
No.
Yes.
So knowing pirates, you would assume it probably wouldn't be anything explosive because like you're on a boat.
Yeah, and it'll do damage to the boat.
Explosion bad. Especially in a room that also houses gunpowder.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
You get the feeling it is probably like a mix of like an alarm bell along with like hold person. Because that's kind of like the stuff that you'd be like, this would make sense. Like, it wouldn't be anything violent because they don't want to light anything on fire or destroy the stuff. You know, it'd be something that would also have to stop someone but alert people. So with that role, I'd say you'd get the feeling that it's probably like some type of hold person, dominate creature, whatever.
Do I feel it's like in my capabilities to disarm this? I'm trying to find if I can disarm magical. I don't know how rogues work in that.
I think there's specific rogues. I don't know, Roman will probably correct me. In the chat. I think
There's actually a whole rule set for it in Xanathar's guide about what to do with destroying them, depending on what tool set you have and how good it is.
Traps, I see them.
If you're proficient,
disarmed by a rogue with a successful disabled device check. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to disable device.
Right on.
I'm guessing that is.
I'd probably say I would say it's probably like a lock pick.
Okay.
Sort of, disabled check, which is dexterity check with your proficiency because you're thieves tools or whatever.
I think I got a +10 in that. All right. No, I'm gonna try this die. That die is gone. 15 plus 10, 25.
Yeah. So you easily you've been here longer than everyone else. You've been in this world longer. You've seen some other things. You've kind of made a name for yourself using your scientific crime scene know-how. So that means you've seen some stuff. So you kind of get the feeling of like ways to disrupt the rune without setting it off. So you go and you go to one of the powder kegs, take a little gunpowder, you like smear it on there and kind of like light it enough that's not going to spark and blow the whole thing and make a sound, but enough to disrupt the rune itself.
Okay.
So yeah, so you do manage to disrupt it.
Okay. I'm gonna check for more traps because I feel like pirates would have more than one traps.
Good. Yeah, trap. Go ahead and check for traps. Investigation check for me, please. Probably a smart move.
Investigation 23.
23. So you get past the rune, you kind of like look at the actual mechanism for opening the door. It is also trapped. You see like a hairpin line that connects.
Okay, I'll
that.
try to disable that one too.
Go for it.
Oh, 30. Natural 20.
Nope, sorry. No. So you realize this is kind of like a blow dart situation. You're like, oh shit, this is like Indiana Jones shit right now. So you manage to like take out the spring that would like activate essentially the heavy mechanism that popped down onto a not blowtorch, but
yeah, that would ignite the ship.
Torch. That would ignite the whole fucking ship.
Yeah.
So you managed to disarm it.
Okay, third time's a charm. Just checking once more. I know I'm being a little crazy here, but I'm really paranoid.
You should always be paranoid with me. I've said on multiple occasions, my favorite thing is to try and kill my friends in D&D.
You've been trying to kill us for so long.
24. You don't see any more traps. Looks pretty
all
clear.
Right. I'm going to carefully open the door.
So you touch the... No, I'm joking. Yeah. So you open the door and it kind of like pretty much the false wall kind of like pops out. So you catch it before it makes any noise and you move it to the side. And you currently looking into like a smaller kind of like crawl space, small like under the stairs crawl space, Harry Potter's room storage area.
So I'm looking for things that won't necessarily be noticed right away. Nothing big.
Okay.
Nothing.
So looking through the boxes, are you trying to open up all the boxes or just trying to like get a quick glance around?
Okay. You keep saying checking the box. I'm going to check if all the boxes are trapped.
No, I mean more like, are you opening all the boxes to see what's inside, or are you just trying to take
how are they sealed? Are they sealed with like nails, or are they just like
Yeah, they're sealed like general. Like there's few that just have tarps covering them. There's a good number of them that are like stacked on each other and like hammered down. Those are longer boxes. The
sealed ones I'll leave alone.
Okay. So the tarp ones, you open up one tarp, and there is a bunch of like furs.
Okay.
You get the feeling that if they're hidden, they're probably furs of animals that aren't supposed to be hurt.
Yep.
But
so not taking the illegal goods. I'm going to go through that and see if there's anything like underneath them hiding in the...
Yeah, underneath them, you find some pouches of you aren't really sure. Looks like a type of plant matter. They're like underneath the furs as well. There's like a bunch of pouches.
Is this weed?
I don't know. You're welcome to try it.
Magically.
How much is in there? Like, is it a lot? Is it?
There's like 20 bags of. I mean, they're like.
Okay,
like nice baggy sizes.
I'm gonna take out one of my own bags because, as a crime scene investigator, you know, I make sure to keep having some bags on me.
Yeah, you have
and
some jars.
I'm gonna use my gloves and take a small amount out of each bag.
Okay. Yeah. So sorry, that one voice kills my throat, so I have to have lotions. So yeah, you go through and you take a little bit out of each bag.
Do I get about one bag full is what I'm trying to get, like by pulling a little bit out of each one?
You get pretty close to like one bag full. You kind of like manage to weigh it out. Make a perception check for me real quick.
17 plus 10, 27.
Since you're like in the wall of sorts, you hear further down that there are footsteps starting to sound like coming your way.
I will...
It's not close enough for your dagger to holler out yet, but you just have like kind of where you're at. You have like that weird like vantage point because you're in the walls.
I'm going to toss this bag that I just took some time taking into my bag.
Okay.
The bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see anything that's loose that looks somewhat valuable.
There's like a small chest.
Yeah, you know what? I'm good with this bag of drugs. I'm gonna leave. I
Okay.
took something, that's all I wanted to do. And I'm gonna close the door behind me. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do anything to like?
I'm gonna make the door look like it was. I'm gonna try my best to refix the door.
Do a performance check for me, just to like make the rune look like it's good again. And
16 plus performance is 0, so 16.
okay, well, you get the rune looking like you don't think it's probably magical again, but at least it looks like it's intact. So about this time, your dad goes, "Hey!"
Can I? No, I probably can't.
Mm.
How long does that last? Duration 1 minute? No. If I hear someone coming, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion on the rune to make it glow the same way it was.
Okay, yeah. Your dagger just give you the hey, in your head, so you get to close that someone's probably close enough to you. So you cast it. The rune does the glow like it did before.
And then I'm gonna hide.
Okay, do a stealth check.
Plus
10,000. Cool.
It's only 21.
Only 21. Yeah, you see kind of the night watchman. Well, actually, who you think would be the night watchman? Actually, one of the crew members comes in and opens up one of the fruit crates and takes out like an apple and seals it again and walks away, like taking a big bite of the apple.
So this isn't even one of the watchmen?
Nope. Just a hungry crewman.
All right. Well, I got my drugs, so I'm going to grab something out of the same box in case he sees me coming out. And start heading up the stairs as well.
You grab an apple. What are you two doing during this heist?
Making out.
But no, is it?
Shade.
For shame. Is it? It's dinner time, right? So we would be eating.
Yeah, it's. Did you go during dinner, Reyes?
If that's when most of the people are going to be busy, yes.
Okay, yeah. So it is. It is dinner time. Reyes kind of like got up and left.
I ate.
Like ate and kind of got up and left, which is normal. I mean, people kind of eat and kind of go. Since this is a bigger dinner, it seems the crew kind of takes a little longer.
Yeah.
You see a few people like get up and go. So
Probably
you guys just eating?
Stick around for a while, eat,
Yeah.
and then kind of take up one of the watches.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am been giving a worried look this entire time to that kid who killed 19 people. Just like, are you good?
Oh, he is
They're
just
not
like
good.
telling. He's like, "Oh yeah, so I remember me first one.
Every time
Let
I
me
just
tell
like,
ya."
oh god, I don't know if that's good or not.
Oh, we rounded up next to the ship, you see, and so they weren't going to give the stuff up easily, and so I was like, I know what Cap wants me to do, so I got on that boat with the rest of yous, and I found one of the guys who like raised up a sword to me, and you know what I did?
You
I
got the
stabbed
first
him.
straw.
I watched the blood pour out of his body and the life leave his eyes, and let me tell you, I knew it was the start of something special. And I knew I would kill for this captain. Like, just how you're like, what is happening?
I just kind of look at Luke, just like,
I'm having every stage of grief right now. Just going, no.
And there's like, you know, one of the older ones, like, I was like, oh yeah, I saw that's quite proud of there, laddie. Wasn't quite sure. Thought you'd get your ass kicked the first time.
Don't be proud of that. That's
And like
not,
slaps him on the back and ruffles his hair, and it's quite jovial.
I mean,
Some other older guys are telling stories of just like adventures they've had, or you know, telling these wild tales of treasure,
getting
all that
stressed.
jazz.
I'm just thinking, I'm really happy this kid has a support system. Everyone clearly loves and cares for him. This is not the thing they should be supporting.
yeah.
Pirates.
Concern.
So after dinner, you take a watch. You said, Harmonia. Luke,
Yep.
you do not have a watch till later. So do you just head to bed, hang out for a little bit?
Can I just hang out around Harmonia during her watch? Just
Sure.
awkwardly. I'm reading a book upside down. Like, yeah, no, I'm totally doing something else.
Yeah, you're just like on the deck with like a book that you found in the cargo hold, which is like a saucy romance tale about these two sailors, and how they fell in love on a ship.
Spicy.
It is a spicy book.
It's just every other page I'm like, oh.
Does it say something about that, or have like a very clear indicator on the cover of what the book is supposed to be like?
Oh, for sure. It is like two very like there's one like sailor with the shirt very much open showing his abs, like long flowing hair, and he has like the tricorder on, and he's like holding this other pirate who has this like big mustache, who seems to be like battle worn and bloody, like holding him tenderly as there's like, like a sinking ship behind it and says like this sailor's grace.
I've 10,000% seen this book.
These bitches gay. Good for them.
Good for them. I'm literally just.
I have to write that I just made up a book.
In the middle of my watch, I move back. I glance at Luke. I look at the book, and I just kind of.
It's just spicy. I'm just going. Oh, I'm doing like peak Victorian era, which is like, oh my, oh.
Didn't know you were into that kind of story.
Exactly wrong. It's like, oh, so that's how you do that. Okay. I thought, I didn't know you could do that upside down, but okay.
The canon master comes like, oh yeah, it's one of my favorite ones. Favorite book.
That's amazing. I found this in the lower part. I don't.
Oh yeah, so I put it in the library. Really
I looked really interesting with the cover, and then it was more interesting the further I read.
Oh yeah, read the book. Oh.
Did you know that people could do that? Upside down and backwards?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had.
I feel like I am on an entirely different wavelength right now.
I just hold up the cover. There's a lot going on in here.
Yeah, I could see.
I mean, it's not wild, but didn't know you could do that on the boat. I thought water was like looser than that, but okay.
Yeah, it's a page turner. It's like gold, like the like it's like gold edge, and like the pages are like very like worn, like it's been read by a bunch of people.
It's real spicy.
It is not safe for work, kids.
And yet the pirates read it at work.
Yeah, of course, they're pirates.
I'm just gonna like crouch down in front of Luke, like on your level when you're sitting down reading it, and just go, did you read fan fiction back home?
I can't answer that question. Honestly.
Did you read that kind of fan fiction?
Tane looks at the book. There's pirates in this book. Did you know that?
And there are pirates doing things in that book.
Yes. Mm-hmm. What? What are we talking about? I forgot. I'm sorry. What? I should just go back to reading this. You could do that. I didn't read or write anything.
And
this happens.
Is that a breakdown? Just like
I had an idea, but I don't think I'm gonna do it.
You're welcome to if you want to.
Oh no, just I don't know the laws of fan fiction in our world. I'm just gonna make a reference to like one of the most popular ones.
Stay the Night.
My Chem?
I don't know.
My Immortal, not My Chem.
Oof.
My Chem?
Let me tell you. My Twitter's just full of
like
Stay the Night, which is
actually
super corp.
good.
Stay the Night is actually really good. Not that I've read it. It's super corp. It's a Supergirl and Lena Luthor. I've read like the first chapter, but it's literally a novel. It is a novel.
I mean, there are like 9 references that are popping into my head right now.
Yeah, right?
Go for it. I don't know these fan fictions.
That's valid. I'm just gonna insert one into my brain. And
I'm
not gonna say it out loud.
Out.
I'm not gonna say it out loud because I'm not outing myself like that.
I definitely don't have like 20 fan fiction tabs
Harmonia
open on my phone.
I just...
What
I
did I come back
your
to?
face,
I go to
look
the
you dead in the
washroom.
eyes. I look you dead in the eyes, make the reference, and walk away.
Okay, so as you walk away, and Luke has a little bit of a panic attack.
I go to the washroom and I see, so that's how you do that between species?
I'm reading a spicy pirate romance.
Luke found a spicy romance novel
Okay, that makes more
that
sense.
is called
More
The
good.
Sailor's Grace, and the cover is a Fabio-esque sailor with a tricorder holding a battle-worn, mustachioed sailor while there's like a sinking ship behind them.
It's
Cool.
hella spicy. I was
It's
grabbing
spicy.
a book so that I could sit next to Harmonia and pretend like I was doing something else, and got real invested in the book quickly.
It's very spicy.
Good to know.
And then
All
we were
right.
having a back and forth about, did you read fan fiction in our world?
You read
So,
fan fiction?
anyways, as you walk away and as you think of the connotations of what Harmonia just said, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Son of a bitch. Con save.
I mean, I have to make one
Hey.
every time I read Fix, so this isn't new.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
It's a nat 20!
Okay.
I have to make one
Uh,
every time I read Fix.
I guess reading really helped you prepare for this.
It's a 24 in total.
And Reyes? 5?
I said 18.
Oh, 18. I didn't hear
Oh.
18. I apologize.
I think we were all talking at the same time. Apologies.
Oh, hold on. I need. Let's see how many. Oh no. That one died. Oh, okay. I lost a d20. It has fallen into the ether known as my room. Okay, well. It's nice knowing you, D20. Hope you had a good life.
Bye, D20.
So while this is happening, you see a couple of the sailors, because you all are jerks and rolled ridiculously well. A couple of the sailors kind of like end up like leaning against railings and the mast and stuff, and then just like one by one start like falling and hitting the deck.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And for the like all three of you in your own way, for a moment you feel this like rush of dizziness come over you, and your stomach kind of churns, but then you all like take a moment where you're like, what the fuck? And you kind of like push through it. But I rolled a 6, a 6, a 2, and a 3 for the crew in general. So
You're the DM now. It's the curse is
I'm the
passed
DM now.
back.
It's part of the. I rolled
I'm the
3.
DM now.
I rolled 3
Beautiful
nat
team.
ones before we started in a row. So, yeah, it's a curse. So what do you guys do?
Look around.
Is everyone out?
What the?
I mean, from everyone on the deck is out. Where you are, Reyes, you see there's like the guy who's killed like 19 people is kind of like looking around. Other people are like flopped on, like leaned up against the tables. All like, I mean, you don't know if they're out or dead or because none of you have checked the bodies.
I'm gonna go walk over to someone and check their pulse.
They have a pulse. They all seem to just kind of be knocked out, asleep.
I look over at the kid. What's you doing?
I don't know. I was just talking to all of them. They just kind of started keeling over. I didn't think I was that boring, but holy shit, I felt sick for a moment. And then I remembered my duty to the captain and I got through it.
I think they've been drugged.
Oh shit! He's gonna get up and run down to the cargo hold and check to see if anyone's down there, which there's not. One of the watch guy is like kind of up against the apple crate.
All right. Well, I'm gonna follow after him because I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Is the guy who's also there? Excuse me. Conscious or unconscious?
There's someone like kind of passed out, like leaning against the apple crate. He looks like he's unconscious. The kid was just checking to see if anyone was trying to steal from the cargo hold.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if they were unconscious or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so it seems to be
Yeah.
affecting the whole ship. But you aren't. I'm not. We should probably stick together and check to see if other people are unconscious.
I think that's a good idea. Don't worry if you get into trouble. I'm quite useful in a spot of trouble.
And I'm gonna start heading back up and looking for Harmonia and Luke.
Okay, while you start heading up and looking around, Harmonia and Luke, what are you guys doing? People just start like falling to the ground.
I would instantly start checking them.
Yeah, same. I
Yep.
was like, unconscious or dead? And if they're
Same thing. You
unconscious...
find they're unconscious. They're breathing. They just seem like they have been knocked out.
Can I tell the difference between like being bludgeoned or being like, because I've seen people get knocked out with gas. So like, do I know if it looks like something similar to that?
Make a medicine check for me.
I will. It's a thing you gotta do in the ER sometimes. Is just knock people out. Medicine is +7. What is 18?
That is correct. I was just say thank you, Jeopardy.
I couldn't
Yeah,
number.
so you kind of like go from person to person and realize a lot of them have the same kind of like white foam at the corners of their mouth. Like it's probably something they ingested
Instead of gas or being
instead of
bludgeoned.
gas. So you get the feeling they were probably drugged. The food that you had was probably drugged.
All right, yeah, I will check them over, make sure they're good.
Yeah, except for some like obvious bruises where some of them have fallen.
And it looks like
hit
drugs,
their
not
heads.
food poisoning, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All of them had like the same kind of like white substance. Which when you guys kind of like wipe your mouth and realize that you had it too, just you saved.
I'll turn to Harmonia and go. I'm pretty sure whatever we ate was drugged, and they didn't make it. But they're not dead.
About this time, Reyes and I'm going to call him Kenny come running up because I forgot his name.
That is the name
Don't
you
yell
actually
at me.
gave him.
Oh,
I have it in my
perfect.
notes. You gave him Kenny.
I thought it was.
Slasher over here and I didn't seem to. This is widespread. It's all over the ship.
It was in the food we ate. Somebody drugged us.
That's what I assume. You can tell based on the way that there's some stuff on their mouth.
The foaming at the mouth.
Can I have all of you make a perception check for me?
No.
I was also going to ask if I could try and recall something as well.
Sure. What do you want to try and recall?
Kenny here, did we see him eating at dinner?
Yes, he was eating and drinking.
Okay.
He just saved.
15 plus 10.
Okay. God, I don't know
Perception,
what
you said?
Yeah,
14.
So 12.
14, 12. Okay. Harmonia, you really don't. You're kind of like trying to figure out what's going on. Luke and Reyes, you realize that the ship is slowly drifting to the bank.
Oh, no one's at the wheel.
Or someone is at the wheel.
Do you guys? Yeah.
Can I? How the ship? I can't do anything about that with water. Can I try turning the tide like with shape water just as much of it as I can? You can change the flow of water.
But it's a 5-foot square.
I know, which is why I'm like, I don't know if I can do anything with that. Well,
I'm gonna
square
be
it's
real
a 5 foot
honest
cube.
with you. 5 feet of changing it. It's a pretty hefty ship, like riverboat. 5 feet is not going to change it. Like, I don't want you to waste a spell slot. I usually be like,
it's a cantrip.
do it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you can try. You like kind of go over to, and you kind of like in a 5 foot area. You kind of start, but like it's like one rock in an ocean trying to stop a boat.
Yeah,
like
it's not
it
much.
slows. It slows the curve, which is already like a slow turn towards the bank.
Tell that to the Titanic.
That's true.
I can only do it to have 2 effects,
Sorry,
so I could only
Jack.
technically have 10 feet going at a time. But still, yeah, that's not enough.
I mean, you seem to slow it a bit. I mean, not that it was like a quick like running into the side of the wall, side of the bank, anyways. But like it is slowed.
Should we go? Should we
So,
go check and
status?
see?
What's going on?
Ship's moving.
I am already running towards where the helm is.
Look at
Yeah.
it, Harmonia. The ship
I'll be
is.
back.
The ship's moving on its own.
I'm going to race with Reyes.
Yeah. So you guys get up to the helm, and for a brief moment, you don't like the helm is moving. And as you get closer, you realize that there is actually a rat in the inner part of the helm, kind of running and turning the wheel.
Is this that necromancer? Is that the right campaign?
I'm gonna abandon my water because I can't do anything about it.
Is this the right campaign? This is the right campaign for the Ratatouille, right?
Is this Rat Kingdom business?
This is a campaign that has the Ratatouille Necromancer. You are correct.
Yeah, that's true.
The Ratatouille Paladin.
Is this another case of that?
I don't know.
Uh, uh,
Oh,
you, r- rodent!
I'm
Yes, Eep.
gonna
What do you-
start working on
Speak with animals.
speak with animals.
Okay. While you're taking 10 minutes, the rat
minute.
kind of stops and just going. He's kind of like gesturing to all of you.
Eep, 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 eep,
Don't.
eep,
I
eep.
was just
Hold on.
immediately. I was like, don't raise. Okay.
The rat looks horrified.
They didn't mean that. They don't know. They're just copying what you're saying. We're friends of
Working on it.
of
Hold
Lady
on.
Bertha.
And so then the rat also starts like kind of like. And you see some other rats kind of crawling from like up from the floor.
No idea what they're saying.
So then you can have like 10
I
like
mean,
rats kind of like hanging out there.
Does this have something to do with your companions? And
I should note one rat does have a little tricorder hat.
are these pirates?
I think they might be. Okay, you can. I was going to turn it. You figure out the talkie thing. I don't know how that works. Honestly, it's insane.
I'm working on it. Hold on. I might have a solution. I'm gonna pull out the cog whistle.
Did the
Okay.
rats poison the food? And
I don't think. Okay, you weren't there, but there's a whole rat underground kingdom that kind of controls some like shadier parts of thing, and they have like a whole black market. It's a thing. They did a lot. They were.
no.
Wow, it's insane over here.
You guys rolled this. Literally 50 to
Tell me
50
the person who rolled this.
50 to 53
Yes.
was rats. Like
Rats.
different things could happen with the rats, but like
They're rats. They're
rats.
They're
Yeah.
the rats.
you said you pulled out the cog? Are you showing it to them?
I'm
Or you
kind
just
of
like
holding.
pulled it out?
I'm kind of holding it for now, but I'm like, if I need to.
Okay. For Brody's sake, the your 10 minutes is up. You kind of feel like the magic.
Really, I
take
can't
effect.
spend 10 minutes going, what the fuck is this?
I mean, you are welcome to.
That's what I
And
spent 10
you
minutes
see
doing.
the rat. This rat is kind of grayish. It's like common gray rat. That's on the wheels, still kind of like yelling at you a little bit, and like gesturing from you to
Alright,
the
alright.
like turning to the rest of the
We're
group.
gonna spend 10 minutes. You must understand. 10 minutos.
The Spanish
them.
won't help the rats. Do they have Spanish in this world? I feel like they have other languages.
Okay, so you kind of feel the magic take effect there, Harmonia.
Is he still talking? Is the rat captain still talking?
So the rat captain wasn't the one that was in the wheel. It was another just general gray rat.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
just kind of like, you have to understand the things they said about my mother just a moment ago was not appropriate.
Oh,
I don't know if I would like
think
to
it's
work with
working
these
now.
these
think it's working
fools
now.
anymore.
Excuse me.
I think Disney's calling.
Excuse me.
No, well,
I'm
it's
sorry
dead.
about
Yes,
what they said. They don't understand. It's.
they said some things about my mother that was not very appropriate.
Well, listen. You could say some things about their mother that they wouldn't understand.
So it would not be a proper thing to do. You don't go
Fair
after
enough.
people's mother.
There you go.
Oh, did I say
At
things
least I know
about their
your rats
mother?
of honor.
Is that because you just said mother, I think? Or are you not talking?
They're
Can I not hear you?
squeaking.
I'm
They're
Oh,
speaking.
okay.
They're
Yeah, Harmonia is
too now?
speaking.
What the?
She talked to the horses last time.
Yeah, but it wasn't squeaks. It was like, yeah.
It was horse sounds.
Just like that.
So now it's rat sounds.
I
So
don't
the
know.
tricorder rat kind of steps
She did this
forward.
last time. It's cool.
And was like, "Hello, my sailor brethren. I have been sent to retrieve you for some help. I apologize for poisoning your crew, but it was the only way we could think of getting you guys alone."
I'm just gonna gently kneel down for them.
Is this one
Rats.
talking to me?
What?
Rats.
Do I-
They're
Do
kind
I
of like
hear-
generally. Well, you just hear like still squeaking.
Okay.
But they're kind of like look like they're addressing all of you. They're like, rats on ships are not often seen as good signs. So often we are killed or stuff like that. So I apologize for the dramatics, but that's the best way to get your attention.
Could you Could you tell them to stop to
Understandable.
fix the ship from like almost crashing? They could just fix that. That'd be great.
That's true. Yeah. As much as we appreciate you contacting us about this, there is the fact of the matter that the captain aboard was actually steering the ship properly, and now we are headed towards crashing.
Oh,
So-
we know about this. We're actually helping get the boat ashore, so we may take you to where we need some help. So
Oh, so this is intended.
we are very skilled navigationalists of boats.
Okay. Just so long as we don't crash.
I feel like
because
that one has a list.
as much as you
Your friend
may not
keeps
appreciate
saying
being
things.
seen as the rats of the ship, we may be able to come to some kind of an agreement if we
The
talk
crew
to
will be
people.
left unharmed as we land again. Don't worry.
All right. Thank you.
How we travel the open seas to deliver things that need to be delivered to the rest of the Rat Kingdom.
Someone
was
have
the
a New
most-
York accent.
That was the most
We all
sketchy.
have
Don't
New York.
worry.
Don't worry about it.
You're gonna kill someone.
We're not like Kenny. Trust. Oh, I just found my D20. We're not like Kenny. Trust us.
Yeah.
That guy's dark as hell.
Is Kenny
Okay,
also standing here
so-
with us?
Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny's definitely standing there like, there's rats there.
It's fine. They talk. They don't talk. Harmonia talks. Rat. So
I told the captain that we need to go to Mouser. Speaking of Mousers,
I
I
can't.
hear that and I
My-
go, no.
this is the
Apparently
worst
my,
Mouser.
Kenny.
My
Instantly Kenny.
companions here are very well associated with a underground rat kingdom.
That can't be a thing. There's no such thing as a rat kingdom.
No,
Do you
there's a
not
thing.
see that rat right there navigating a ship? Do you really think that this is some kind of trick?
Also, I mean, we kind of had our own Lucarius back home. Well, were you near the New York with the Rat King?
No. I did some work there once in a while, but no.
You never interacted with Pizza Rat?
No.
You didn't see Pizza Rat or the like knife crab?
I've spent the last 3 years indoors with a bracelet around my ankle.
Okay, well, yeah, that'll do it. I had to take the subway, and man, are the rats mean sometimes. Or nice,
Your
depending on it.
accent change.
You just see for a moment he gets full New Yorker. He's like, what? No, nothing. Nope. Mm-mm. I didn't. No.
Anyways, this is just a job for us to assist you with, correct?
Yes, the Lady Bertha told us that we could rely on the adventurers that seem to be from a strange place that helps honor
Yeah.
one of our dead.
Why do I feel like they're getting us a mission somewhere?
They're probably just like, hey, we need you to do stuff because you're rat friends.
So,
So word was sent on the tides by Lady Bertha, and so we had to go some drastic stuff to get your attentions. But as soon as we can get the boat ashore, we can go ahead and start taking you to the capital of the Rat Kingdom.
all right.
I
Okay.
swear that one has a lisp.
I mean,
I
I
if they
swear
can,
that one's
kinda-
talking about me.
I mean, if they
Just
can
gonna
talk, they
kind
can
of
have
flop
lisps.
back and just look towards them. Just first of all, rude. Second of all, minor change in plans. We are gonna be stopping off at the Rat Kingdom's capital for a bit.
Can I meet the Rat King? I want to meet the Rat King so bad. Is there a Rat King?
I mean, we know Lady Bertha, but I don't know if that's very high up on the chain of command.
I just want to
I
know.
mean, you
if-
do know you guys were told that there is actually a royalty thruple
That's right.
of 2 kings and a queen.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I just wanted to see the Rat King with like all of their tails tied into a ball. That's the Rat King. That's the Rat
That's
King
in
for
New
New
York.
York. It's,
That's New York.
you know what? You're right. I'm thinking of a different nation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the
Are we going to
Um,
go and do an assignment for rats?
Is there a particular query about the job? What does it entail?
Okay, here.
How long is
hold
it going to take?
Hold on. I do have a question.
Please
Those
be aware
are
of that
rats.
cat.
Yeah.
Grass out of my face.
They have to solve our
And-
last case.
Okay, but here. Why are we dropping everything to do what these rats say?
Well, first of all, because they have commandeered our ship.
And did poison us, and we'll probably
We're
do it again.
bigger than them.
But we don't outnumber them.
We are not assholes. We're not going to do that, especially after getting allegiance of the Rat Kingdom.
Oh, so yeah, we do want to be friends with the Rat Kingdom.
They're
They're
very
in
important.
control
So
of a
we're
lot of
dropping
things.
everything for rats.
It's probably only going to take like a day. Tops.
Okay,
Or we
but
could
I'm going to
wait.
make something clear. I'm putting my foot down on this. We are not joining any other allegiances for
can't
any other
promise that.
small rodents or
I
insects.
fully can't promise that. If a butterfly
Listen.
asks me to join the Butterfly Kingdom, I'm saying yes in a heartbeat.
Just wait till you meet the cat scales.
Oh my! Well, come on. What if there were cats? I gotta say, I can't say no. Also, we could wait. I guess. Is there like a? Can we just wait for this and then? Or is the capital on the way to the other capital we're going to? I don't
Let's
speak
do
rat.
whatever this is, I guess, and then get on with our business.
All right. So, my questions are, how long will this job take? Where is it located in proximity to the capital? And what are we doing in general?
Well, I do not know how long this here will take. It kind of depends on all of you. I can say that the capital of the human world was built upon the capital of the Rat Kingdom, because we stood there first.
Okay.
So though we hide among the humans and they occasionally hunt us, we indeed control the underground that they rely upon. I fucking love this Rat Kingdom.
I love the. My notes have just been rats. I love the rats.
This is
How cursed this is.
no rehearsed. It sounds like this rat had
Nope.
to explain this before.
All the time. And then as to what's the true mission is, I do not know myself. I was just told by Lady Bertha that it was needed, and I respond when Lady Bertha calls.
Right. Thank you.
On this day of my daughter's wedding.
On the day of my daughter's wedding.
So I cannot answer that last question for you, and I apologize, but it is much harder to get a hold of you once you hit dock. We can take you the back way
Right.
to the Rat Kingdom, because there are some things that you will have to do before we can actually enter the kingdom.
Mm.
For you see, you're all a little tall,
We're pretty tall.
and rats are very small.
No,
Are we?
I don't know what
gonna
they're
be-
discussing, but no.
You just see this rat's like squeaky, 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 squeaky.
I just didn't go. Oh, and look at Reyes. They're gonna.
I look to Luke just like,
So, we have to go and visit a dear friend of the Rat Kingdom that serves the Majesties.
Oh, we're gonna get Nutcracker.
okay.
So,
Okay.
as you've all been talking, the boat has been like drifting gently as the one that was on the wheel that still keeps glaring at Reyes occasionally.
I took enough psychedelics in my youth to know that this is a bad idea.
How is it a bad idea?
Have you seen Alice in Wonderland?
The movie that's not accurate to the book in any capacity? Yeah.
The one where you get shrunk down and then bad shit happens.
The movies really over-exaggerate
think
what
that-
happens in the book.
yeah.
The book's actually really fun. It's actually about the wonders of math and how it's insane,
Okay.
not drugs.
Do you want to get ants? Because this is how we get ants.
Aren't there already ants?
I-
Everywhere, always, at all times, because that's how ants
Yes.
work?
What are ants?
Do you
Bad.
not have ants? How does your ecosystem
just-
work?
I'm just fucking with your friend there.
I can't
Jason's very
fully
concerned.
can't understand this rat anyways.
So the boat
Just-
continues to like get closer and closer to the water. It is like gently nudged against the area, the area, the bank,
Mhm.
because it's not like a shallow bank. It's pretty.
I'm getting a phone call. Keep going.
Hello, thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. This is Zimbos and Dragons. How can I help you today? How may I direct your call? So
That department, please press 3.
to talk to the Rat Kings and Queens, please push 1. If you'd like to talk to someone about the fall of Pilion, please push 2. To talk about Aldrich Academy, please?
No.
Press 3.
What are you doing?
So you get to the edge. They kind of like together. You see like 10. No, there's 10 rats. You see like 5 of like some hefty looking rats, kind of like push the plank of sorts up against
Oh,
like
do you guys want me to
down
do
and
that? I
onto
can
the
take care of
ground.
that.
Although we appreciate it, we are very good at commandeering the ship. Actually, this is not the first time we have knocked out the crew and done stuff. Please do not hold that against us.
Hey, Kenny, do you remember things like this happening before?
Well, there's been a few times that we've been like knocked out and kind of woke up. We all just thought we got a real good sleep. Was it actually rats?
No, it was actually good sleep. They were just worried about you.
Oh, why the rats?
The
And why
rats
do you
are
keep
actually
talking
quite
to me?
nice.
You keep talking rat. It's kind of freaking me out, man.
They're
Is
actually
everyone's
quite
accent
nice.
keep changing?
I don't know. This was not his accent for a while. Leave me alone.
It's fine. I mean, sometimes you have an accent and you just try and press it down as much as you can. And you don't think about it except for when you get too excited and then it comes out.
Do you want to become famous? No.
Big follows.
Aww.
You got banned by
Aw.
real hotness.
Aww.
How about that big follow?
Follow this. Anyways.
My 5
Um.
seconds of fame.
Gone.
You had the chance. You missed it.
Damn it.
You wasted that 5 seconds.
Keep going, goddammit.
No.
I
No.
was taking a drink. So you guys kind of like get off the plane, get off the boat. Kenny's like still like, what is it right now? The captain rat goes with you, along with like 6 others. So 4 stay on the ship, and they kind of like hide away again. They scamper away. So you guys are now. The city is not very far. You see that there's like it's like dinner time, so it's kind of getting even. There is a faint light.
I'm gonna
So
make
you guys.
very clear. I'm against this idea.
Do you want to stay on the mission while we go with the rats?
Nope. I will join you against my will.
We don't have to. I mean, to be fair, it's also the same place we need to go. It's on top. It's underneath where we need to be.
But also, however feet tall we are, too tall for it. I saw that. You can't lie to me. I saw that rat go like.
Yeah. Okay, but if we get shrunk down,
Yes,
wouldn't
we
that be
are
cool? I've already
this
been
size.
transported to another
We need
world.
to
What
be
more happens? I don't care.
size.
My body's not the same as it was before. It doesn't matter what
Have you
happens
ever
to
had
it.
your head ripped off by a praying mantis?
Not that I know of.
That's how you get it done.
Get your that's okay. We're not in Alice in Wonderland.
And
You know
also,
we're
aren't
gonna be.
praying mantises smaller than... That would at least be a decent fight.
Also, she gets smaller because she ate a cookie. I'll eat a cookie.
All right.
I
well,
apologize for my friends. They're babbling on about old books.
That was okay. We read occasionally as well, but usually in smaller snippets.
I
So
assume that the pages are a little difficult.
oh, but they taste pretty good too. So I have actually a really cool rat fact. I can tell later. So we have to, if we should probably continue along a little farther for now, and then we should make camp, and then tomorrow afternoon we shall reach the city.
All right.
And
Sounds
then
like a
dive
plan.
down into the rat kingdom.
Also, I apologize if there is anything you ever need to say. Please feel free to wave me down. The spell only lasts so long before I can stop talking to you.
We appreciate you trying, as I think one of the things that endeared you to the rat kingdom. So you guys, you kind of see the horde of rats start to scamper into kind of the dark plains area.
And
So
I'm following.
okay,
I just
Harmony.
motion the others to follow me.
Wait, Upside, that means we don't have to pay when we just like lean over and like not looking. We don't have to pay the secondary part of the fee from when we got off the boat. I'm not
I
paying.
paid ahead of time.
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
were
you
gonna make
paid
us.
ahead of time.
They were gonna make us pay again.
No,
and pay in
I
work.
paid the full amount right away.
Oh,
Well, that
gross.
sounds like your problem.
It's okay. I stole some of the drugs.
What?
So you're willing to take drugs,
So
but not get
you
shrunk down because of a
steal
drug trip?
drugs from pirates.
I'm not planning on taking them. I'm planning on selling them.
Better, I guess. Listen, I don't smoke weed. I
I'm
was gonna say
assuming Kenny
I just sell
stayed
it.
behind with the ship to be with
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kenny
we didn't
stayed.
take Kenny with
Kenny's
us.
like still like going like, what the fuck should I do?
Just
If-
take care of them. Make sure that they get what is it? Elevated head
Yeah,
rest.
make sure you elevate their. What happened to your cam? There it is. Make sure you lift their head up, that their airways breathe. If you need to, turn them on their sides and to wake them up. Best thing to use: smelling salts or lemons right under the nose. It'll wake you right up. Which is a true fact.
Okay.
If you put salt and then lemon right under somebody's nose, their brain will just go and then wake up, because usually sometimes it'll either trickle in, which hurts your nose, or the smell of it makes your brain get upset. And then you
Good to
wake
know.
up. Smelling salts are very useful. It's usually salts and citrus, and I'm sure you have some because you're pirates and you need to have that on your ship as just like a go to.
No one wants scurvy.
Exactly.
Right, the more you know.
I'm full of doctor facts for this character and this character only.
So you guys start heading into the dark. You travel for about like 2 or 3 hours before the rats kind of like stop. And you kind of see the tricorn like squeak, 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 and starts like pointing around. And the rats did have some packs on them, and they actually start setting up very tiny tents
All right, I love it. I'm gonna set up my tent
that look like
a-
little logs.
Are we
I'm
gonna?
gonna set it a decent ways away, but still like within a safe traveling distance for the rats to not have to like go forever to get to me.
Just outside
Okay.
of like accidentally stepping on distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, because their tents look like logs, like pieces of dried wood, like kind of camouflages.
Guys, if it's all right with you, I could. Why don't we have our tents kind of, as a barrier between the elements and their tents?
All right.
So,
Sure.
Reyes, yours would be around that area. Luke, yours would be around that area.
Do you also want, and I just hold up my shield? Like, that'll probably just put that over it. It's curved.
Yeah, is there a way that we would be able to
I was just gonna
make it
drive
as,
it
like, a
into the
little
ground.
dome? Okay.
Make a dome.
Well,
Oh, with
make
the
just
shield?
like a
No,
little
probably not.
protective shield
We
thing.
can make a wall, but I don't know if we can make a dome without crushing them. It's not. It's mostly. I mean, it's a shield, so it's mostly flat with like a slight curve for your arm.
Well, yeah, but like if you have little like sticks in there
True.
or like little
It might collapse though.
pillars.
I mean, you can certainly try.
Nah, we're just gonna.
I'm just gonna make a little wall for them with my shield.
Okay. You do that. You set up your tents. Any fires or anything? You guys just kind of go to bed.
Definitely a watch.
Definitely watch rotation.
Who's taking first watch?
I will. I'll take
Okay.
first watch with the rats.
Yeah. So there is a rat counterpoint that also takes watch. So why don't you go ahead and make a perception check for me?
Can I also, during my watch, at one point, cast ceremony to make another thing of holy water? Just
Sure.
one bottle.
That takes an hour, correct?
Yeah, which is like during my watch I can do that.
Okay.
And then my perception check, you said.
Indeed. Oh, your rat will also make a perception
23.
check. Not good. Yeah. So you don't see anything. You hear like some like insects around you. That's about it. There's nothing. It's a pretty quiet watch. You take the time to like make this holy water. The rat is watching you like intently, and not doing much more watching themselves. And it's kind of like, dude, can you like not? Camera's all weird.
Yeah.
So your watch goes quietly. Who's gonna take watch 2? You're gonna wake up for watch 2.
Who was gonna take watch 2? Was
I'll
it?
take it.
Oh, no, it's just black.
Right, you can take it if you want.
Okay, so
Alright.
you wake up Reyes.
Yep.
Go ahead and make that perception check.
29.
You see everything. The white rat that you had insulted actually has the watch with you, and kind of I should pick their check. Nope. They kind of glare at you the whole time and squeak under their breath. Your watch, same thing. I mean, you kind of hear in the distance the like tide, like kind of water sounds because this capital is along the ocean. So you're kind of like in a weird like peninsula-esque area. So it's very, very quiet, but you rolled really high and you have high perception anyways. But it is quiet watch.
When I'm done my watch, I look over at that rat and I go meep meep, and then walk away.
The rat flips you off. And Harmonia, are you doing anything fun to wake up Harmonia? 'Cause you usually do.
God.
Nah. I'll just wake them up.
Okay, Harmonia. Perception check.
Alright.
Perception check.
I always forget what my perception is. 17.
All right. Another rat. They seem like one of the burly ones kind of steps out and does the watch with you. Oh, they actually are very good at this. They are very like I mean the best word I can think of is like militaristic in a sense. I mean they have like a set watch rotation, they walk the area. Very aware. It's a quiet night. At one point you hear like a howl in the distance as kind of the sun starts to rise. You hear like a series of howls that happen farther, kind of like to the way north of you. You're kind of heading like never like west southwest sort of. So you guys are pretty close to the damn place.
Okay.
So yeah, it comes morning time. You guys have rations to eat. The rats seem to have like their own chunks of food that they probably took from the ship. That they kind of like all eat around and then start to break down their log tents. They're
So
logging the man hours.
we're actually going to do this.
Yes.
We could not. I mean, we would have to have gotten off the ship anyways, and now we're going underneath where we need to go, and then we'll go back up. But we could also just not. If you don't,
I mean, you two can choose not to if you want.
I mean, I
but
want
I kind
to
of
so
feel
bad.
like I'm
I really
some
want to see these rats. I want to see the rat
important
kingdom.
MC for the Rat Kingdom now, and like
All right,
this is
then.
kind of a really important title for me, and it feels kind of cool.
You two. We'll see how we feel when we get there.
All
Uh,
right.
so once everyone kind of eats, you pack up the camp and you start again. You guys travel for a couple more hours and it's getting to about noonish, and the city is like looming like around you, but there is a giant wall that kind of like goes around the city. So the rats lead you to a back kind of like sewer grate of sorts. And they like hop up into it, kind of very much like rat rope, stand on top of each other's shoulders and then pull each other up from the bottom. The top one starts pulling everyone up, kind of thing.
All right, that was impressive.
So they kind of like stack up again once they're there, and they end up pulling like a pin out, and a kind of like section of the grate kind of like swings open. It's a tight fit, specifically for you, Harmonia, because you're just a hefty barbarian. But like y'all can slip through there.
So are we? Is this where we shrink?
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Oh, right. I need to turn that on. Sorry. Give me a couple minutes.
I'd give it to you that when you were walking up, close to the
Okay.
city, you could say you did it.
Okay.
So from here, we just have to walk a little farther before we find the wizard, and then we can get the shrinking that we need done. I guess it's more like transmutation of sorts that we need done.
All right.
And then
Sounds good. I just turn to Luke and I go, "We're shrinking. We're shrinking. We're gonna shrink. We're gonna get tiny."
so they lead you into
You are meant for each other.
Hey, thank you.
they are quite adorable, I agree. You just hear some general
I just turn to
squeaking and
Luke and I just
pointing
go,
to the two.
God damn it! Even the rats think so.
You what?
So you guys kind of file into the sewer. It is kind of gross. It's a sewer. It's a sewer.
What?
But
Okay, I'm not a fan
Are
of
they
this.
floating on shit?
What?
one does hop in
Okay,
his
see,
voice,
this I
but not-
can do, and I'm definitely doing it for just me. Shaping water to change the water's cleanliness. Absolutely not. It's for 5 feet, and it's just for me to just go, disgusting.
Perfect. Yeah, you're walking through some nice.
Absolutely
Clean water.
not. I'm not living with that. I can't do it.
Is it okay if I'm in your little square?
I'll do 10 feet and do it like as a side thing so we can step at the same square.
Thank you.
Can
I don't want
I
that
share
all in my
space with
fur.
Reyes too?
Is that your no square?
Yeah, you guys could all clamber into clump into your sanitation square.
Mm-hmm.
So you get, I'd probably say you walk for about 30 minutes down this tube and you take like a couple turns here and there until there is like, the best way to describe it is it looks like someone like broke through one of the walls of the sewer and made a home there, like a little hut. So you see like a door, a kind of like rickety ramshackle door that's covering a hole, and there is like warmth and candlelight like coming from around it. How long does your spell last for there, Harmonia?
I believe it's an hour.
Hour, cool. So here we'll find
Oh wait,
the
no,
great
duration 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, so oh, squeak, 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 squeak,
I gotta
squeak, squeak, squeak.
put it back up every 10 minutes.
Okay. So here you'll find the great wizard Kavar, a great friend to the Rat Kingdom. They are a bit eccentric, so I'm warning you right now, don't look them in the eye. Don't make eye contact.
Look the wizard in the eye.
Okay.
So the rat
Why am I not
captain,
going to look a wizard in the eye?
Because the rats told us not to.
the rat captain knocks on this ramshackle door, and where's Knox at? Where's he at? Okay. You hear from him like, "Hey, hold on a moment," and just a series of like bangs and crashes, like, "Oh, son of a
Jump up.
bitch, fuck, damn it!" No, I thought I heard him moving, and I was getting ready to like stop. I'm scared of this cat. Is gonna like bitch slap me for an old man voice.
It's gonna hear that voice and go, I thought I told you.
I thought I fucking warned you.
I hear that voice.
How many times do I got to tell you, old man?
How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
So the door finally opens and you see the wildest looking human that you could even imagine. They have like salt and pepper hair that's just like this nest of A, gross, and B, like just a nest of tangles and not. Sir, can I help you?
He's like, I'm warning you.
I thought I told you about that fucking voice.
He's like, the rest of you are on thin ice too.
You also, and like his clothes are pretty much just rags. Please don't hurt me. His clothes are just rags. Like, what do you want?
I'm wearing my mask, so I'm going to look at this guy right in his freaking eyes the entire time.
Okay, so you definitely see like one eye is missing. It's just this like scarred over void in his head. The other one is this like wild, like milky brown eye that like you're not really sure if you can actually see through like from the eye or not.
The irony.
But the irony. But he has a very wild look in his eye.
All
I
right.
kind of glance to the rats, like if we're supposed to speak or if they're supposed to speak.
The captain rat kind of looks up and goes, "Hello, great wizard Kavar. I am here to ask favor from their majesties on helping prepare our friends here, our guests and our friends to delve into the kingdoms of the rats." Like, ah! And then the captain says it louder this time, very loud squeaking. He's like, "No way I can do that. Come in." Do you guys head in?
Yep.
I will go in. I will also look at Reyes and just go, I think I'll be fine. We've been magicked already.
I'm supposed to trust you.
No, but I mean, we've already been magicked one time, so I really don't know if it's gonna be worse. Upside, if you worry about it, you're already dead. That's what you said. So we're already in a dead game world.
I
so.
never assumed you were dead. I said we were trapped in a game.
I just assumed we died and got into this, so I was like, I can't be double dead.
All right, I'll go along with your silly plan.
There are mice. I just whispered to myself, "Nutcracker, nutcracker."
Hey, Shobi. Stepping into the hovel hut, it is a hoarder's nest. There are just things everywhere. Most of it looks like trash. Like, oh, look at that baby. I'm sorry, I can talk about other cats than you, sir. Most of it looks like trash, like scraps of cloth and metal and wood and paper and piles everywhere. Kavar ends up like digging through things, pulling out some supplies, and then he kind of draws a like circle on the floor and like one of the few clean areas, which he actually like moves some piles around. And he goes, "Stand in the circle, please."
Yep. Right.
I will
All right.
walk on over to the circle. I also do like a little. I'm not looking at him. I'm looking at like, the thing when you can't make eye contact as a teenager because looking at people you want to die. So you look like at their neck or their like cheek or their lip. So I'm just like, thank you for making us tiny.
It's wrinkling and like dirty and shit.
Gross.
Got a lot of dirt on him.
Sir, please clean.
And like patches of like, like his clothes are like ramshackled, like bits of fur and cloth and burlap and kind of whatever else you could find sewn into an outfit. Do you guys step into the circle?
Yep. Step into the circle.
Can I insight his actual intelligence?
Sure. Roll an insight check for me.
I don't know what it would be, but...
Listen, is he a genius, but is he also mad? Yes.
Some might say he's a mad hatter.
I know.
22.
I mean, looking at him, you do see a fair amount of just like magical things mixed in with the piles of trash, more or less. When he sets up the circle, though, it's kind of shaky. You think that's maybe more just from age than actual like intelligence. It looks like a pretty well-made circle. And his movements as he gathers things and puts things together, like he is like putting together more or less a like powdered potion of sorts. Is very calculated. You kind of get this feeling that he maybe just doesn't talk to people a lot and has no social skills and doesn't particularly like people.
This is going to be great.
Yeah. So you all step into the circle, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
The last time we went into a magical circle didn't go well.
When we're in a magical circle.
In Aldrich Academy, don't you?
Oh, I was
Didn't
saying
go
this
well.
as Luke.
Oh my god.
I was like, when were we in a magical circle? Oh,
It
yeah,
did
that
not
did
go
happen.
well.
Listen, I believe in Liz because I feel like the rat's more important than teleporting us away. The rat story, I really want to continue it. If you take it from me, I'll cry.
So you guys all step into the circle, and you hear, "Do not worry, friends. You will be okay. Do not worry about it."
If these rats betray me, I'm gonna cry.
So Kavar kind of takes a handful of this like weird mixture, powder mixture, and he says some words over it and goes and blows this like mixture onto all of you, and that is where we're going to take our break for the evening.
Tiny.
Tiny.
So let's come back at 40. So that'd give us 15 minutes. Thank you, sir. Does that sound good? Back at
Yep.
40?
Alrighty, so
good.
15 minutes.
Thank you guys
All
so
right,
much.
friends. Come check out for more rat-filled
Be back to the
shenanigans. I'm
break.
sorry if you guys don't like rats. This is gonna be a thing.
Woo!
I love it.
Blame Sid.
Rats.
Alright, see you soon.
Yeah, we'll see in a little bit. Always chaos, Roman. What can I say?
Fucking love this
I'm gonna-
game.
Take us out.
I'm dressed like a cat.
Hello, welcome back. Hope everyone had a good break. I have a cloak now because I was cold. It's
I have
green.
a cat now because I was also cold.
See, mine are somewhere
I have a cold water because I'm not
because you're
cold.
cold. Oh, okay.
I don't have a blanket, but I'm making one for myself right now, just as we sit here.
Because you're cold.
I'm cold.
So you're standing in a circle in front of a crazy old man.
The crazy old man blows some dust on us.
Blew some dust on you, and for a moment nothing happens, and you're like, oh, okay. And then just kind of all of a sudden the things around you seem to start growing.
Oh shit!
But not
What
only
is
that,
going on?
you feel yourself changing. And as you look down, instead of hands, you see paws.
Fuck!
One of you has blue fur.
I knew this was a bad idea. I told you this was a bad idea.
This is the best idea we've ever had.
I love this.
You, Reyes, have markings like from your mask on your face, on your like rat face.
Oh my god!
You are a white rat with like markings of your mask around your face. Didn't you have like odd colored hair? Do you have odd colored hair?
I have orange hair.
Yeah. So you are kind of like a kind of a tan rat with a orange streak going like down your back. You guys keep all your stats and all your stuff shifted with you, so none of that changes. Just you are rats.
Am I a rat with the little backpack, so I still have all my stuff?
Yes, you all have all your stuff. Your little backpacks have kind of changed to fit you a little better.
Yeah, a tiny little rat shield.
You have a tiny little rat shield. You have a tiny little rat crossbow there, Reyes.
Rat axe?
Rat axe.
Racks?
The rat.
Rat.
I use
Racks on
knives.
racks on racks.
You have
have
like
a-
all your stuff. So you've like they've just changed to fit you your new look. And as you look at your companions you came with, and that also includes your you still have your harness harmonia for your stuff.
With
Like you
my
have all
little
that jazz as
flower.
well. With your wee little flower on there.
It's all tiny. It's all rat sized.
So
I
look at all of you. You look very nice.
Can we understand this now?
Yes, you can all understand.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You all
Oh.
speak rat.
It's nice to hear you. For the first time, I did not expect being a rat. I'll be very honest. I thought I was just gonna be a tiny person.
Oh, I apologize. That probably would have made sense, but this way you all can understand us.
That also is fine. I'm
I
I'm
knew this was
enjoying
going
this.
to happen. The moment this was suggested, I knew this was going to happen.
We're tiny. You knew we were gonna be tiny rats and not tiny people.
I knew they were not going to shrink us. It only lasts for like an hour. They were going to polymorph us.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm also fine with being a tiny rat. Look at me, I'm so small.
And
I
you.
have a tail and I'm just gonna flick it around.
And Luke, you are kind of like a bit of a soggy rat.
I'm still sopping wet. No matter
You're still a little you're a soggy rat.
I look like someone
How are
whose
you
rat
still
crawled out of water. I just got out of the bath, rat.
How are you still
Perpetually.
wet?
I'm pretty sure I'm still made of water or something.
Yes, indeed, Strom Rat Kingdom.
I don't
Yeah.
know, or maybe you still have that book on you.
I didn't do
Okay.
that.
We still love you.
Okay, I did take the book. But also, no, that's not what it was.
So now that you are able to
No, I didn't
access
steal it. I
follow,
put it back. I would feel bad. I can't
we
steal
should
from a
get the
library.
book. Good book.
I can't steal from a library.
Oh, but that is a really good book. I read that one. It gets real spicy at the end.
I know, I wanted to know how it ended. I gotta get another copy.
It was also very sweet the way that Reginald.
Shh, can't tell me. Don't tell me.
Okay, no spoilers.
Who's the
Leopold and
writer of this
Reginald.
book?
The writer
Yes, please
is
tell me the author so I can add that. And also, what is the name of it for Straw? So they can know. I found a saucy, a pirate
Oh
romance
yes.
book.
So Luke found a saucy pirates romance book that's called The Sailor's Grace.
Sailor's Grace.
What was
And
the
the cover was a like open shirt, more or less Fabio-esque person with a tricorder hat embracing a battle-worn and bloodied mustachioed gentleman with a sinking boat behind them, and there's like waves and rocks, and it's like a very pretty painting. Yes. It was written by Solbera Giant Fist. So Solbera Giant Fist.
You can put that giant fist wherever you need it to be.
That's why they're writing saucy books. They have a good name for it. Let me mark that off so I can't use that name anymore. I'm glad the names I've come up with are now just being used for dumb shit.
It's like Hugo Award
important-
winner Chuck Tingle.
Exactly.
I mean, with a name like that. Or James Patterson, the only book writer in existence.
Actually, it is written by James Patterson.
I just look at it and go, how the fuck?
How is this possible? So the tricordered rat goes, well, now that all of you can understand me, my name is Salrig Firthhack. It is a pleasure to meet all of
This
you.
is the one I have beef with. Which one of you is the one I have beef with?
That's me, Bob. And you see the
Fuck
white rat
you.
kind of, hey, fuck you!
All right.
You're the one who insulted my mother.
Kidnapped us without asking consent.
To be fair, they
I
didn't
was
kidnap us.
following the orders of my captain.
Okay, to be fair, we did.
And
Okay, maybe I don't know if they did that in this universe, but we all kind of agreed in our homelands that you can't. That's not an excuse. You would still go to jail for that.
Yes.
We kind of had a
Yeah.
whole trial about people doing bad stuff and saying
doing
it's
bad
my.
stuff and saying yes.
So that doesn't count. So you could just say sorry and be chill, but also, this was super fun.
they can apologize for insulting my mother.
Both of those things should probably happen.
The things you said about her, no one should ever say about someone.
Yeah, I don't know what you said. You just said rat things.
Yeah, you said some fucked up shit apparently.
I copied the exact same thing you said,
You did
word
not.
for word, which means you said the
You
same
really
thing
didn't.
to me.
You did not say.
Have you been able to perfectly copy every language you've ever heard word for word without ever mistranslating or mispronouncing it?
Bonjour, comment belle too.
You're already wrong. But cool. It's not comment.
So if you're already the Captain Rat, so now that you guys are like can see them closer, they are a dark gray rat. They have these like dark, like kind of circles around, like under their eyes, like half moons under their eyes. And one has like a scar. His right eye has like a scar going.
I'm
like,
having a moment
through
of
the
just
eyebrow and stuff.
pure joy.
I am right, and it's comment bells too. Don't give me shit.
Comment? Is that how you pronounce it?
Anyways, so they like, now that is all set, let us descend into the kingdom. Kavar, you have our appreciation and thanks as always as friend of the Rat Kingdom.
What?
Never mind. It's just they are a little
Thanks.
feeling. So follow me.
Do you have
I don't
dementia
even know what to
medicine?
do.
Do you have dementia medicine in your world?
No, I do not know what you're
On the surface, it's a medicine for when people get old and their brain starts to like slowly deteriorate. There's treatment for that to make sure it doesn't, get worse.
No.
I think it's pretty solid. It
Magic?
might just be hearing.
It might be hearing. They might need a hearing aid.
I do not know. He does not really travel to the top. He prefers it down here more. Anyways, don't ask questions so the DM doesn't have to answer them.
DM, what are the magic versions of hearing aids in this world?
So, there is a hearing stone. Anyways,
I'm kidding.
so the Captain Rat kind of starts leading you farther into the hovel till you see there is like literally a hole in the wall, like a little rat-sized hole in the wall that they all start going through one by one by one. Do you all follow?
Yeah.
Reyes begrudgingly.
1,000%.
I grumble.
1,000,000 times yes.
So you guys kind of descend into it is a long winding descent down. It is like a series of like jumping from stonework to pieces of wood to like sliding through other holes. It is just like this maze that goes down. And as you get deeper and deeper, you realize there seems to be like miniature like paintings on the walls. Like almost like some of them looks like in your world graffiti. Like one definitely says like Taz was here.
I just see tags.
Yeah, they just tagged the wall. There's definitely some like just really quick paintings of, like a tree with an arrow, stuff like that.
Standard graffiti stuff.
Standard graffiti.
Did I
Until
ever catch the name of the person who I have a fight with?
you have not, no.
What's your name?
Ammonia. What's that one?
You also never caught their name.
Never caught their name?
Can you get the name?
No.
Why don't you want to get the name?
Because you're gonna say more shit to them.
Hey! What's your name?
What's your name?
Reyes!
Fuck you, Reyes!
What's your name?
Eli!
I take some chalk out of my bag and put Eli's mom was here.
This is why you're not allowed to know names.
Oh my god.
Are you trying to hide this, or are you like stopping and writing this on the wall?
28 for sleight of hand if you need it.
Yeah, you really quickly like write this on the wall. Eli's mom was here.
Perfect.
Let me just.
And it's pointing towards a turd that's on the ground.
Damn.
Why? Why are you roasting this rat's mom? After you already roasted him and he was mad about it.
I blackmailed a teacher. Can we?
You did blackmail a teacher.
I still got to figure out what I'm doing with that.
So you guys finally like go through this opening, and the rats in front of you kind of stop. And as you get closer, you see below you is this like brawling underground city. It is made like pretty much an upside down spiral. And you see kind of all along the spiral, there seems to be like homes made of wood and pieces of brick and like stone and all sorts of kind of going down. There are like torches lit. At the very bottom, you do see a like almost palace-esque looking structure kind of at the very base of the spiral.
All right, I'm a little more impressed now.
You see like there is like water coming down, like dripping from somewhere else over, like from above, like running down into more or less aqueducts.
They make their own little rat aqueducts.
Yeah, that's how we get water to our people, of course.
They've got a whole society.
It's a whole fully functioning society.
They're fully as intelligent as people.
Luke,
they're just small.
Luke.
What? Yes.
If we ever get home, we are so writing a comic about this.
Oh my god. A Rat Kingdom comic.
So they start. There's like a set of ladders, that they start heading down.
Question: are we walking upright or on all fours?
Either or. They kind of do. Like when you guys are like when the group is running through, like kind of the maze to get down here, they were on all fours because you can move faster. But they do like stand up for a little bit and kind of do both. It's kind of up to it's a dealer's choice.
Yes, beautiful. The way people should walk. What was that comic? Someone's like, humans should walk on all fours and 2 feet.
It's true. Hey, Nexie. So you guys head down into the kingdom below, into this top of the spiral. So heading down, just really the captain kind of stays there. The other ones start making the captain's like, all right, crew, you've worked hard and soon we'll have to hit the open waters again. So go say hello to your family, say hello to those you wish to say hello to. Be prepared in 2 days to leave again for us to gain the glory of the Rock Kingdom for us all. And then he turns to you and be like, now allow me the pleasure to escort you to the castle to talk to the majesties.
Okay.
Yes.
And
And
it's
find
turn to Luke and I'm like,
perchance what is needed.
What do we do with it?
So walking through the streets, I mean, they have commerce. There's like a sort of like a shopping district in kind of the middle of the mid spiral. You see there's like cockroaches that have been trained to have carts. They have like little like harnesses and they are pulling carts down
come
roads.
on. There's bugs in here too. Oh my goodness.
Not as much of a fan of the roaches, but we live with it.
There's like hedges of these like weird plants
I'll take a peek.
that don't really seem to require sunlight. Hi, Noxie.
Types
are you
of
one of those-
fungus.
Yeah, like fungus gardens. Some of them glow, some of them don't. Some of them look like cats.
There are cats in the Rat Kingdom?
You see, there's like some kids, and one kid has like ears to make him look like a cat headband, and they're like, "I'm gonna eat you!"
I was like, I figured. I was
and
like, there's no
chasing
way.
after these kids.
Oh, so we found the transgender one.
Is cat a new gender? New gender just
No.
dropped cat.
It's always trans.
Oh, it's cat. I
women,
thought it was rabbits.
girls and rabbits. Anyways, it's fine.
It's the
I
rabbit.
always wanted to be the dog in the group. What does that
That's
say
the
about me?
non-binaries. Every
Okay.
non-binary was secretly just a wolf person. Was like, yeah,
Yeah.
the dog.
Well, when we played House, I was like, I'm gonna be the dog.
That's the
I
non-binary.
just sat on the sidelines.
Oh.
Chilled out.
Oh,
Oh,
Ouch.
No, I just chilled out and read books.
oh.
oh.
See,
The old people are
The
all
worst part is that you don't think it was sad.
you could that's cold. Absolutely cold. Absolutely fucking wrong.
Easy.
We are live in front of the internet, and you were like, I'm gonna roast you so hard.
You are roasting the baby of the group.
Absolutely wrong. Absolutely criminal.
Wow. Somebody get some cool water for that bird.
Absolute criminal. So wrong.
Okay, you don't put ice on burns. You just
You don't.
run cool water. Don't ice it.
Damn.
Damn.
The chat. Wow. The chat just caught up.
Fuck.
Boom roast. That's so wrong. Oh, that's so wrong.
That was fucking mean.
That was absolutely cruel. That's so mean. And for what?
I'm
You did this for why? Also, thank you, Hotness, popping in with the, if you love our content and you want to see more.
If you love us roasting each other,
Absolutely roasted. Oh my god.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
fucking Canadians, man. They're
They-
savage.
They say they're
Nice.
nice and then they lure you in just to roast you. Just to decimate you.
So, anyways, on that note, yeah, we do. We love you, Danny.
We do love you. We love you so much. It's totally fine to just not want to play house. The nuclear family is not interesting.
That's dead ass what it was. I was just like, I looked at all the boys and I was like, no.
It's like,
No.
Why do
my
you think I
roles-
was the? Why do you think I was the dog? Or I was like, or I want to be the dad.
I was told I can't be someone's wife because I was too smart. And I was like, wild that you said that, but okay.
I mean, this also came from me, and I used to go because for some reason my school used to have like fight pits. So we just go like all the guys would just be like pushing each other around and roughhousing, and I was like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's fuck this up." And so I'd go like fight the boys in the fight pits.
I'm sorry I derailed us.
Yep. Anyways, so you guys are slowly making your way down through this gorgeous rat kingdom. Oh, hey, thanks. My roommate just dropped off American poutine. AKA, we had cheese curds and they just put gravy and french fries with it. So it's probably like a real insult to poutine. Anyways, so you finally get down to the bottom of the spire, and I mean this like castle structure. It's not like a traditional like what you'd think of as like a medieval castle. But it is like a large home. Hello, Knox. Knox.
Immortalized in a clip forever.
Oh wait, I was muted. I literally just covered my camera so I could get the clip and be like,
I like how the clip's name is Spunky Eager Alligator Vote. Anyways.
I was just sitting here like,
roasted.
Roast. So it is like a large home. So the captain goes up to kind of the front door that has 2 rat guards and kind of like chainmail and like with spears at the door, and is like, "Hello and greetings. I bring to you the champions from above. That is championed by Lady Bertha, that were called upon for service to the Rat Kingdom." And the guards one guard kind of like looks at all of you, and the other one slips through the door. A couple moments later, they come back, and they're like, "You may enter." They're all just going to be in New York, apparently. New York, New Jersey.
I mean, all of the rats and all of the birds are New Yorkers.
Yep.
Is there a wedding today?
I welcome you to the home wedding.
That's right. Damn, I thought.
So, the other guard comes back and is like, "You may enter." They open the door and let you in. I mean, this is like a very spacious home, and well decorated. There's like a tapestry that you're pretty sure was like a small painting at some point that is on the wall. There's like framed pieces of paper that look are like they're probably important. Kind of stuff like that. You are led by a nicely dressed, kind of almost like butler-esque rat through a couple of rooms until they like walk in front and go, "Now presenting the Lady Bertha champion from the world above." And you step through and you see 3 thrones kind of up on a raised dais. In the middle sits a kind of like a muddy red rat wearing a crown and also kind of like a nice evening dress of sorts. To the right is a black rat that has kind of like almost like a white goatee pattern, kind of like starting around their mouth and go down to their belly, also wearing a crown that's kind of like nicer, like a suit shirt of sorts, that kind of thing. And then the third chair is actually empty. So what do you guys do?
I'm gonna bow.
Okay.
I will also bow.
I will look at both of them, roll my eyes, and bow.
So as you guys stand again, the one in the middle in the dress kind of stands up and goes, "Hello and welcome. For traveling far to the Rat Kingdom below. You are our honored guest. If you need anything, please do not hesitate to ask. I am the lady. I haven't figured out her name yet. I am the Lady Xanda.
This is the one without a New York accent. Is this one royalty?
Probably. I mean, they're sitting on a throne. Was that again, Lady what?
Xanda,
Xanda.
French panda with an X. And then here is my one of my mates, Eril. And you kind of see the one kind of nods. Eril.
Evil, but with an R.
Evil with an R.
Gasp.
And so I apologize. Owen is not here. That is actually why we've asked for your help.
All right.
They have
Oh,
taken ill rather suddenly after doing some excavations in a nearby area. They discovered something and then became quite ill.
All right.
Okay. Do you need medicine or do you
We've tried healing and other
magic?
medicine, I guess, of sorts, but does not seem to help.
have you identified the illness?
That is the hard part. It's nothing like we've really seen before.
Can you give us an example of what the symptoms are?
Fatigue. They have almost seems like a black veins that are running along.
I think we already have a good idea. Is any pus?
Any pus, yellowing skin, foaming at the
No.
mouth?
No, they've just kind of they came back very tired, not feeling very well, and then the black veins we saw that was on the paws have slowly gone up the arms and over the body.
Have any of your people discussed with your wily friend out there?
I'm afraid I don't know who you're talking about.
The wizard who shrunk us.
Oh. He does not often get involved in the actual workings of the kingdom. He just assists.
Where did you say your mate was when they got sick?
A little bit to the north of here, to the northern part of the human sea, there was an excavation that we were working on.
What did you find there?
I'm honestly not quite sure. They found a rather large box, and upon cracking it open, Erwin, the go-getter, helped crack it open and then became ill.
Would we
Along
be
the
able
other,
to go and see them?
if that would help, of course.
I kind of look to Luke,
Mm-hmm.
kind of motion to my now paw, but what my hand used to be.
I'm starting to get that idea, and I just go, okay. I think I could help a little alleviate.
There might be more boxes, which
I mean, there's always
kind
more
of
than
raises
one key.
a greater problem.
God, gravy and fries is delicious.
I mean,
It sounds delicious.
you've always got spare keys to a door, don't you?
So you're saying there's a spare key to the Hell's Anus?
Could
I'm
be.
sorry, what?
It's a
My
nickname we gave for a
apologies.
place.
It's something that we've been working with earlier, actually.
But I think I could help.
If I were able to show you something that looks similar to this object, would you be able to identify that it's the same one?
I did not see the object.
Is anyone here who did? Or
It
can
is
you call upon anyone who did?
currently, once when and the people who interacted with it became sick, I myself and Eril cordoned it off. So we
Where
can
was
figure out
that?
to the north of here.
Okay, we might.
I can definitely set up transportation for you to get
If that would
there,
be great.
Like. Of course.
First, should we check in on...
But yeah, can I go? I think I could. I've encountered something like that before. I might be able to help with
we might be able to
sparks of magic in hand.
Of course. You'll see she kind of like points behind you and snaps a few times, and the kind of butler rat who had escorted you in here comes back. She's like, please show the honored guests to Owen's chamber. Hopefully they might have cure some help for His Majesty.
Yes. I do.
The butler rat bows and kind of like opens the door and does like the arm motion thing to show your way out.
Yep, we're gonna head on over, I hope.
Right, yeah. So they kind of lead you deeper into the home to like a back, like up some stairs, to a hallway. That there are 4 rooms. He takes you to like the second room on the right. So it's like 2 on the right, 1 on the left, and 1 at the like the very, very end. And they open the door. There's in the room. It's a bedroom. It's a very posh bedroom with a like nice looking bed. Some like paintings of assorted rats doing like general, like, you know, there's one flying a kite and stuff like that. Or there's like one that's like standing on a rock with a sword, looking very.
Is there one that's like on its hind legs and it has like a leaf covering its genitals?
Not in this room.
Okay.
Who knows about the others? Gesundheit. So on the bed, which is like a canopy bed, you do see that there is a brown rat, just like completely brown rat, who has these like who's like underneath some blankets, breathing heavily. You see up the neck, there's like these black veins that are kind of like coming through the fur.
I will approach the bed.
Okay.
Is it just this person, this rat, and the butler
Yes.
who are with us?
Yes.
I'll turn to butler because I'm assuming this person. I don't know if they're too sick to respond, but how long has this been? How long have they been like this?
I don't remember the butler's voice, but
He did not speak.
oh, good. Thank God. About it's been about 3 days since he came back.
Not good. I'm pretty sure.
Indeed.
Am I allowed to touch their majesty if I had to do a magic thing?
If Her Highness deemed you couldn't help us.
You cut out, but I'm going to guess they said I suppose.
Yeah.
Um,
More or less.
Can I approach the bed?
Uh-huh.
And look over this person? I want to see if there's any part of their body that doesn't have the black veins.
Yeah, so kind of lifting and looking, you see the that kind of like their head up doesn't have black veins. I mean, there's parts of the skin where like, you know, there's like the black veins, there's it's like veins, so it's not everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But like his feet aren't covered yet, like his hind legs aren't covered yet, but the rest of it is pretty.
That's fair. I want to also make sure there's no other injuries, like no cuts or bruises or sores or anything before.
Yeah, make a medicine check for me.
19.
There doesn't seem to be any other cuts, sores, plus, or anything like that you saw from the Rudderkins.
Mm-hmm. Also, I also just meant like general
Or just
injuries.
like injuries in general.
Then I will very gently try and place a hand where the curse isn't, so I also don't get it.
Okay.
Cast remove cursed, so I could do the same thing I did on Harmonia.
So this one, because it's really far advanced, I'm going to have you go ahead and roll a d20 for me. Add your spellcasting modifier.
If I have to, I can also do a lesser restoration to help, but I can only cast them one at a time.
Right. So let's do remove curse first, because, you know, you could roll really well and...
Yeah, remove curse to remove the curse, and then lesser restoration gets rid of diseases and conditions.
Okay, that sounds like a plan, Stan.
Use a d20 for, and then add my...
Your spellcaster modifier.
That's not good. 6 or 9. God damn it. So I'm gonna go with 6. That's a
Can't it be
4.
both?
So 10 in total.
Okay. So you cast your remove curse, And kind of like the black veins, they start to recede a little bit, and you see like they kind of recede mostly to the arms and chest, but they do not completely disappear.
That's good. We at least now know that it's a solution. But the
guess-
bad news is that means there's another one of these boxes.
It's too far along for just one to do. Do I think another remove curse would get rid of it entirely, or do I think like lesser magic would do it?
I mean, looking at it, you would get the sense that it's not as doesn't have as much of a strong hold now. You helped break it, but you would probably have to cast it again to completely like banish it. Because when you did it for Harmonia, it just started, so it's fresh.
Yeah,
This has been festering.
Then yeah, I will spend another spell slot to cast remove curse again.
Okay, since this one, roll it one more d20 mod spell
Plus
mod
spell.
for me again.
That one is worse. That's a 6.
That's a 6. Okay. That's okay. It wasn't super. I mean, you had lessened it quite a bit. So you pretty much you get it all the way through.
If that doesn't work out, I'll use my channel divinity to just heal.
No, it gets all the way through. You use spell slots. He does not wake up yet, but the black veins seem to have disappeared, like that curse hold that it had on him. You were able to break it, but he's still, his body still went through a lot. So
are there still black veins on him at all?
There are no more black veins.
Okay.
You managed to, the black veins kind of receded. So you managed to seem to break the curse, but I mean, his body went through a lot of wear and tear.
I'll do one quick healer's kit on him as well, just to so I don't use a spell slot, but just to make sure, health wise, he's okay.
What's the butler doing?
The butler is watching very, very closely.
Cool.
Because a random person is touching one of their monarchs.
It's a 28 in perception. Do I see anything stealable?
First of all, how dare you?
Gonna rob from their majesties after they graciously allowed us into their goddamn kingdom.
There seems to be, looking around this room, you get the sense that this is not his personal chambers. This is probably a guest room that they put him in while he was sick. So being a guest room, you see there's some little bits and bobs, I don't know, trinkety things that are on some side table. You see that, I mean, this does have a bookcase wall, so there are some books on the wall.
What looks to be the most valuable?
I mean, the trinkets look to be of a porcelain-esque material and well painted. You assume that would probably be, without doing a deep dive into the books, you assume those are probably worth more.
Is it big? Is it big enough that it would be? Is it meant for a rat?
I mean, they're Funko Pop size, but for rats because you're in a rat home.
Damn, I probably can't steal it then.
I mean,
Funko Pops for rats.
It is a Funko Pop for a rat. It is actually just a Funko Pop of Jeff Goldblum, but rat Jeff Goldblum. Painted in porcelain.
Is it rat Jeff Goldblum, but he's the Grandmaster?
He's the Grandmaster rat Jeff Goldblum in porcelain.
No, there's nothing here worth stealing. Got it. Cool.
Okay.
It's priceless.
Insulted.
Oh yes, we're in the Rat Kingdom. The rats. Our adventurers got turned into rats and are in the Rat Kingdom. So yeah, doing your healer's kit. Go.
You only get 6 HP plus whatever, plus 1 for each hit dice. I don't know how many hit dice this rat has.
I mean, he's a pretty hefty guy. He's the monarch of an entire kingdom. Yeah. So his breathing seems to ease quite a bit. You kind of mix some stuff together.
Salve.
Yeah.
I've dealt with people on a sick bed.
Yeah. So his hope you enjoy it. Shelby looks very unhappy to be in a rat kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, buddy.
There are rats and Shelby can't eat them. It's a crime.
It is a crime. Mine are too fat
Illegal.
to get rats. So yeah, the breathing has eased significantly.
Okay.
They seem to be doing much better. I mean, once again, body went through a lot, so. But they're alive.
I mean,
Hey,
that's all
Luke.
that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad. And I give you a little rat nudge.
Yep, it was great. I learned it from you. It's casting
from
spells on
saving
you.
my ass.
Also, hi, alternate butler. They're I don't know if they're when they're gonna wake up, but they're good.
That is very nice of you. Thank you.
I don't usually do this part. That's usually someone else's job. But yeah,
So, were there others who were affected by this?
There were 4 other ones that also taken it and has passed away.
oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't know if I can help all of them right away.
I mean, we could have taken the time, but I guess.
I could do one more, and then I would probably need to go to sleep for a bit and rest up.
Well, if they've all passed away, there's nothing we can really do about it. All right. We're going to need someone to lead us to wherever this box is.
Sir, what is going on?
Her Majesty promised transportation. Is that gonna be soon?
Yes, I can go check on.
Thank you.
Okay. Follow me, please.
Don't lick my toes!
I'm sorry. It's a habit.
Ah!
Oh my
I apologize.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry, are you real into toes, Butler?
It's a thing.
All I could feel was
Butler into
that was
toes.
a sharp cat tongue licking my toe. I'm like, ah!
Oh yeah, that feels weird. So you are led out of the. They're not going to leave you in a monarch's bedroom while they are asleep. So they
Valid.
take you to a very lovely sitting room. Like it is quite nice. There are some like fungus like in vases around. Smell quite enjoyable. You wouldn't think the fungus would smell good, but it does. And you are brought like some type of drink in little teacups. It smells very sweet. And the butler disappears. For a little bit. You
Like
guys
in
doing
front of us or like leaves?
like leaves? No, they
Okay.
just poof.
They poop.
Holy poof.
So
It was Agatha all along.
I don't. We've resolved this conflict, but if there's another one of these boxes,
Then we take it and we just have more than one that we have to deal with.
Yeah, I should.
how many keys to the anus do you think exist?
I mean,
Fucking killing me.
story-wise, I mean, just like life-wise, I would have more than one set of keys to my house.
Yeah. So story-wise, we've got a couple of options. We've got like, people sometimes do things in sets of 3. Or like how many circles of Hell's Anus are there?
Or 6, I guess, because that's like spooky.
Yeah. How many circles of hell are there?
In this world?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't know. You've never asked.
Fair enough.
The way that it has been referred to is just like one general underworld.
Okay.
You don't know really the hierarchy or dichotomy of the underworld itself.
We could work off like our 9 circles of hell, but that might not be true.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but
For all we know, it could be 27 circles of hell, and we're almost looking for 30 keys.
Oh, that does not.
I'm gonna go with the basics, but at the very least, there's more than one, and if there's more than one, we need to make sure that it's somewhere safe and not in the place where people randomly touch it, and also so it can't get kidnapped by the but I forgot the name of the bird. But I mean, other people want these keys.
Oh shit, that's right.
So we have to do something. We can't let them get it if they find out about this.
All right,
Can't
it
let
turns
that
out
Harold wannabe.
this terrible
Harold,
assignment was actually good. Good
Listen,
work, you two, with
you have to-
your strange relationships and the wildlife.
You gotta trust the rats. They were real chill. They helped us out with the mimic thing.
Rats are very intelligent creatures. People just always think that they're gross.
They're actually, statistically speaking, one of the most intelligent of the small rodent family. They also have the highest capacity for empathy. Okay.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I like rats.
Rats are cool. I always
Such
wanted
a
a
good
pet
rat
rat.
fact.
You keep teasing me with this rat fact. I gotta hear it.
Okay, fun rat fact, really, really fast, is that I forget exactly where the museum is, but they discovered that rats living underneath the floorboards have just been like saving, like, because rats just take things. So in their nests, have just been like accumulated hundreds of years worth of stuff, and it's stuff that usually does not survive through time. So they found like parchment paper and pieces of like convicts clothing. I think it was in France somewhere. And like all these like materials and stuff that don't usually survive through the ages in these rat nests. So they actually took them and put them into part of the museum of like these like artifacts that were found for like hundreds of years worth of rats making nests under the museum. So the rats were like the curators of the museum. All
I love it.
that did that help inspire Rat Kingdom? Yes. Yes, it did. So there you go. That's a rat fact, kids. Rat facts.
Yes.
Why you come listen to
Yeah, they
both
were
of
ratty
Jack.
facts.
They were ratty facts.
Ratty facts.
So you guys just talking for a little bit?
Yeah, we're just waiting for when our ride
Yeah.
appears.
So the butler comes back and is like, "May I present Your Majesty?"
You may.
And Xanda walks in. And she like sits in her own like chair very regally and goes, "Thank you. We've both gone up to see Erwin. Night and day, honestly.
Is this one voice acted?
What?
Am I voice acting?"
No, I'm saying. I was turning to Luke or Hermione, and is this one voice acted?
Yes.
Is there a dub? Is there a dub over there?
This is in fact a dub.
Yes.
This is in fact a
Listen.
robot.
Sometimes dubs are better than subs.
I
because they
don't
can
know why
actually
all of my
focus
Rat
on them.
Kingdom has New Jersey accent, but I do. But thank you. I understand you want to go ahead and leave for the excavation site. Do you want
We
to leave?
suspect this object might be very important to our quest.
I see. It is quite dangerous.
We've dealt with one before.
Oh. I assume that's how you knew how to handle the sickness?
I was almost subjected to a similar.
My condolences.
I'm just glad we were able to catch the similarities.
We will forever be in your debt for that. My partners and I would be lost without each other.
That's so sweet.
Thank you. We've been together for a very long time.
Yay.
So I can prepare that for you immediately if you'd like. You can leave morning. It's about like it's hard to tell because you're underground.
How long would it take us to get there? How long did it take them to get there?
It'd probably take. Fortunately, we're not the fastest around. It'd take a couple of hours to get there, so you could probably get there before night. Technically, would be night in your world, your human world above. If you left now, so I can arrange it for now. I can arrange it for tomorrow.
When should we go? Should we go now?
Might be good to go now. We just set up camp there for the night.
Of course.
What do you think?
Yeah, that would make sense. We want to get there as soon as possible. We don't want anyone else getting ill or someone else finding this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go as fast as we can.
Of course, I can have. And she kind of looks towards the butler, and butler kind of nods and leaves the room. That'll be prepared for you post haste. Would you like me to send you with a contingency of soldiers, or would you like to go alone? I'll of course send you with a guide.
I suspect it would be safer if we did this on our own.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably
don't
A
wanna
be
guide
the
would be
safest.
appreciated, but
Yeah, just
We
Other
don't want to
than
put
that-
more lives at risk.
Of course, I can send you with a guide that'll actually mean it can get stuff ready faster. Is there anything you would require from us? We are in your debt, so.
No, I know.
Not
Well, if
really.
you think of anything in the next few minutes, please. If I can get it for you, I of course will. So you have my thanks. Please be safe.
Right.
Lady Bertha was correct in her feelings towards all of you.
Oh, could you tell Lady Bertha we said hi?
Of course, I can pass along the message to the
Thank
lady.
can you tell Eli that I said hi?
No,
I'm afraid I don't know this Eli. I'm sure I can find him if you'd like me to.
no,
Perfect.
there's no need.
Tell him that his mother says hi.
Don't do that.
Is Eli your child?
No.
He'll know what I mean.
Yes.
He'll know what you're talking about.
Could I get a little more information about this Eli, where I might be able to find them?
Yeah, I'll perfectly describe him the way that I saw him last.
A member of the crew that came with us to
Right.
escort us here.
I, of course, will send word to Eli.
Perfect.
Of course.
Just again, their mother says hi.
Absolutely cold.
I can definitely do that.
Thank
If it is all right, I'll go ahead and take my leave. The butler will come back when your ride is ready. Thank you again.
Thank
The
you.
Rat Kingdom will forever be in your debt. So she
Fully?
gets up.
I just looked to Luke and I'm just like, oh my fucking God.
She gets up. She leaves in a swirl of fine cloth and
Fancy.
decadence.
Pretty rat.
About 10 minutes later, the butler comes back. He's like, "Your ride is ready.
Thank you.
Follow me."
Okay.
So they lead you out the front door, and waiting there for you is a carriage hooked up to a cockroach.
Not a fan of that part, but yep.
At the front of the carriage, you see a pretty burly-looking rat with like a bandolier across their chest. That has a bunch of just different bags and stuff. And they're wearing, the best way I can describe it, they're wearing a cowboy hat.
Cowboy rat with a cowboy hat.
So, what
Everything
is
about this world is beautiful.
game? Yeah, I feel like we're just forgetting the actual plot of the rest of the game. It's just adventures in the Rat Kingdom.
Don't care about the plot anymore. It's just rats.
Here is your master duck. They can take you to the excavation site.
Perfect. Are we supposed to tip? I don't know how this.
The butler will bow
Okay.
to y'all and then go back inside.
That's not.
So the cowboy kind of like hops down, and that is indeed our guide. And it's like, "Well, howdy!
Stop licking my toes.
Toes
Oh,
are
I'm
for
so
licking.
sorry. It is a weird custom we have here."
How the rats say hello, they just pop and go.
No,
No.
she doesn't say that. Well, I am Doc. I'll be your guide for this evening. How are we doing today?
Doing well.
Pretty good.
We saved your royalty, so doing well.
It's an honor to help and assist the Rat Kingdom and the Rat Monarchy.
And
All
how
hail the
are-
Rat
how are you?
Kingdom.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing quite well myself. I appreciate it.
I think this one's also voice acted.
I have never voice acted in my life. Well, I guess we should probably get a roll on if we want to get there for nightfall. So if y'all just want to hop in the back, we can
feel
get
like
you
this-
going.
All right, and when we get into the back, I'm gonna turn to them and be like, I feel like this voice has betrayed me before.
A nice cowboy?
I
Cowboy
don't know
rat with a
why,
cowboy hat?
but I feel like this voice has betrayed me before.
Well, hell.
Do you need some help running up at the front?
Well, you're welcome to sit up here if you want, but you don't have to.
I think I'll sit up with you.
Much obliged.
You two can handle yourselves in there, can't you?
Yes.
Where do you want
Well-
me to handle?
Oh, Lindsay, hey.
Goodbye.
I just watched Young Frankenstein, so.
Oh my god. I heard you say that and I was just like, oh
Lindsay, hey. So with a big hiya, the cockroach takes off, and you kind of like glide around. So like I said, this is like a giant spiral. But like the bottom spiral is pretty big, like big span area. So you head up north, and you see there is a tunnel that looks like it's been dug out, and you continue through the tunnel. The actual ride there is pretty like it's not too exciting. It's a lot of like you'll see like random pockets of like how where tunnels Igor's hump does shift. Suits me, I'm easy. Like continue on and there's just, tunnels breaking off of other tunnels, breaking off of other tunnels. See there's of course like garbage and piles, but it's not really a sewer anymore. It's like they have dug through the foundation of the world above. Every once in a while you will hear like just the general sounds of people from above, like you're passing over grade or really close under floorboards.
Well, this is how we end up with sinkholes. I can tell you that.
So and you guys travel for a while. You travel for, passage of time is really hard to tell when there's no like light or stuff like that. Just a lot of like dark tunnels. There are like lamps on the corners of the carriage that kind of keeps like the carriage itself lit.
They even have lights. These rodents are brilliant.
Well, we think so.
Oh, you can hear me. Huh.
I am sitting right here.
Are they? Can they hear it? Aren't we in? Is there a carriage, or is it just like we're sitting at the back of the seats and they're sitting in the front?
You're
Okay.
pretty much sitting in a hay bale carriage.
Oh, okay. So there's no
It's
like
not
roof.
a carriage. No, it is just like you are on a hay ride through the underground, connected to a cockroach.
I still said. I see what I said.
So yeah, so you guys kind of go through. A couple hours pass. The tunnel starts widening slowly until you are kind of in a bigger cavernous area, and there is a hole that has obviously been dug out, but there's like ramps essentially made of packed dirt that lead into this hole. So right before they kind of hit that ramp, they pull Doc, kind of halts the cockroach. It goes, "Oh, slow down there, Bessie."
They
Well-
named animals the same. Okay.
Oh, it's named after my sister Bessie because she's a roach. Not in a literal sense. She's just a bitch.
Oh, okay.
I don't. How is Reyes? Okay, so the magic part all made sense to you, but the rats are where you draw the line.
Kind of, actually, yes.
Okay, good to know.
Werewolf. They're
Why
cousins.
wolf?
So they look at you. Well, I don't know if you want me to go down with you. If you go down that way, that's
Oh no,
where.
you'll probably die a horrible death if you do. So I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, that sounds horrifying.
Unless that's your thing. Like, I'm not going to judge.
I don't want to yuck nobody's yum, but that's not quite my thing.
Okay.
I like a little more leather. Winks
that
at
note-
Harmonia.
With that note, I'm going to step out of the hay.
Okay. You guys all kind of disembark the hay rack ride. They keep to the edge, like they don't leave you. But you all kind of start heading down the ramp. It is an excavation site through. I have 5 hours of sleep last night because I couldn't sleep. Thanks, anxiety and ADHD.
Oh.
You need sleep.
Yeah, we're probably. I'm trying to get to 3-hour mark for us. So it is a proper like excavation site. There is like it's like ramps built like dug through, but there is they've kind of been digging through things where this area is until you get to the bottom of the ramps and you see a fairly large looking crate. That does have a like section cut out of it.
You know what I just considered? What if this is the rodents' version of the Underworld's key?
Does everyone get their own underworld?
Do you think different kingdoms might get different keys?
Does it look like a giant box, or does this look like a rodent-sized box?
It is a large box. Like if you were in your
Alright.
human form,
Okay.
it would probably be bigger, but as a rat, it looks big.
Well, never mind. I assume that it's going to be the same size. Let's go check it out.
Okay.
Alright.
Can't spell appreciate wrong. I can't spell, sorry. So you guys start getting closer to the box.
I do get closer to the box.
Wait, to table paw.
To
Table
table.
Dibble.
Are you guys going quietly, or are you like just like
Oh, I was gonna try and be
Well-
sneaky.
I am now.
if you guys are going too quietly, head down, go and make some stealth checks for me.
They said it was dangerous and that it was an excavation.
Doing a sneaky.
I don't know if anyone can tell, but I've broken out in hives.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
why?
Oh no.
No idea. But I'm really freaking itchy. 22 on mine.
You have stress hives?
I think
get-
so.
I get those.
I'm sorry if I stressed you out.
Yeah, it's fine.
You said 22 for you?
Yep.
18.
18.
Are you
All
mathing
right.
zero?
Take Reyes's roll and subtract Luke's roll from it.
Why?
3? I didn't
What?
hear.
I don't
So-
remember
Four?
what race was.
22 minus 18.
That's
4.
you asking me to do math? I just did it.
I'm queer.
I'm
I
the
don't
gay
math.
who does math, okay?
Yeah,
As
there's
am I.
always one.
It's the one. I
Mm.
can't do it.
Who's the one who drives?
Liz.
Liz.
I mean, actually, I do drive, but I don't know if people say I drive well.
But you can do it. Hey, listen, it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be well, it just has to be done.
Listen, you drive better than me because you drive in the first place.
That's true. Danny has been in the car with me, and I have not killed them.
You just gotta
And
get from
we
point A to point
Jam
B.
out to Broadway the whole time.
Yeah.
Best damn car rides.
We have adventures. Okay, so Luke and Reyes, you guys like quietly start kind of heading down. You there, Harmonia.
It
Like-
goes, hey, you got... No.
For a moment, you like start walking on 2 legs, and you're like, but what if I walk on 4? And then you start walking on 4, and you're like, but no, I kind of want to walk on 2. And you start walking on 2, and then your foot kind of like hits the edge, like an uneven area in the dig site, and you kind of
Perfect.
hit it, and you just asshole with tea kettle, like fall over, and all of your stuff just chung, 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 as everything kind of falls and jingles and is very loud. And it kind of like echoes through this large cavernous area, especially for rats.
I just stare at all my stuff.
Yeah, as you're kind of like laying there, you just kind of stare up. Fuck.
And then I start slowly getting
Have
up
a
to
nice
pick it all up.
trip. See you next
See you next fall.
Don't do that.
On that note,
Why don't you
all of
leave
your
those puns
just
alone?
immediate 10%, like 10% of your health is gone.
Oh.
So the sound echoes. Reyes, can you make a perception check for me? Since you have the highest perception. Which I know that's not how passive perception works, but get over it.
Well, my passive perception's 20.
Anyway,
And I rolled a 20.
perfect.
Actually, really low roll for me. That's 10 plus 10.
That is super low
Oh.
for you.
Yeah.
You roll. I'm just like, how is a nat 20 a low roll if you roll a 20? It's the adding.
So the sound of harmonia echoes for a little bit through this area, and then it's quiet. And you're like, oh, thank God. But then you start to hear something.
Nope.
You kind of hear, see if I can get the sound right. You kind of hear like,
No.
nope.
Not a fan.
Just like,
Absolutely.
Nope.
Please don't tell me it's a centipede.
Hey, how do I leave this world? I want to go away forever. I need to be person sized.
You kind of hear that from this ceiling above you. And you kind of start hearing it from cavernous area, excavation area around you.
I swear, if this is a praying mantis.
I feel like it's going to be because you've said it so many times that like the universe has to make it happen.
I think it
And
might be a
then-
centipede.
Luke, you feel something drip down on your shoulder.
I didn't ask for this. As I look up,
Ask for this.
Ask.
And that's where we're going to end our session for today.
let's go.
That's it.
Oh my god.
Didn't ask for this.
So thank you everyone so much for joining us for episode 13, which is kind of fucking wild.
I think we did 2 hours of episode and 50 minutes of us really fucking around.
Yeah.
That is, I think, how most of my campaign goes, is 2 hours of real shit, and the rest is just fucking around.
I mean, that's how you play D&D.
That's why I'm a chaos guide, not a dungeon master.
Also, we had to spend a lot of time because someone got roasted real hard.
That was
Yeah, exactly. Lucas is
I
gonna worry
actually
about this
feel
drip.
bad about that because I didn't realize how bad that was until I said it.
I'm gonna be worried about this trip all goddamn week.
Yeah, you are. You're welcome. So thank you everyone for joining for episode 13 of Fall of Pilion, Adventures in the Rat Kingdom. Which I feel like this is just gonna be renamed to Adventures in the Rat Kingdom.
The Fall of Pilion, not the whole of it, just the rat part.
The Rat Kingdom of Pilion. Please join us tomorrow at 7 for episode 3 of Lift Swan Academy, DM'd by the Eldritch God Squidney.
Again,
Last time I tried to blackmail a teacher. Let's see what I'll do this week.
Yeah.
Plus,
That's some wild shit's
Amazing
going on.
Hi. I also played damage control afterwards.
You just kind of damage control it. But thank you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you for your love and support. And we'll
guys
catch
are
you on the flip
amazing.
side.
Thank you so
Oh
much.
my god.
Have a great night.
This is a thing.
Guys, this is a thing. It's been a thing.
You can't
I'm
stop
gonna
my
mute
power.
just you at the end of every stream.
You can certainly try. I will find ways.
I mean, I'll just do it right now.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
Yep, we'll catch you on the flip side.
On the flip side.
Hate it.
I'm gonna flip a table.